Hello, welcome, good evening. How are we? Welcome. I finally decided to pick up a microphone and get to work again because, I've been touring the country. Just signing labels and merchandising, and none of that is true. But my God, am I glad to see you and be hanging out with you, buddy. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, but thank you so much for having me. We're gonna have a good time tonight while you. I'm excited to see what you're working on. You already got a lively chat, I've noticed. So
yeah, these people are moving, huh?
They're excited to be here, man, just like I am. So I
don't know if Chris is excited because he seems a little confused. But
what?
What?
Hey now, what's up, bud?
Menyoza?
Menyoza. Cran, as Woody would call him.
Cran.
Now we're talking. What's up, Shane? It's good to see you. Good job on your figure fight club thing last night, bud. That was impressive. Yeah.
Got to hang out with him a couple of times in the last.
Yeah, you did. You saw him twice, didn't you? Double whammy of good old same time.
Did not see that coming. Cliff, what up, sir? Smudge, how are you, sir?
What's up, dude?
What up, sir?
Did you run into him at JoeFest as well? Loki
I did. I bought some stuff from him.
Nice, right on, dude.
Bought a whole armory, whole ass armory.
Oh, right
Pretty
on.
Awesome, pretty exciting.
Hey, I got some questions about these two shows for you, by the way, later on when we get into it.
Oh yeah. I got some pictures we can go through. So it's really not something that Zach and I do, but we'll get to talk about it. But
yeah. I know you got something going on. Was it tomorrow on Figure It Out? The two of you just talking about DFW, right?
Yeah. We wanted kind of like a ease back into it, and we're like, well, we'll have plenty to talk about. Like, we don't need to do something crazy. Hello.
Hey, baby girl. Oh, in a little fairy costume. She's such a. That's right. Yeah, all right there. Tony and Mikey hanging out here on the radio dial. Good to be here. Yeah. 6'10" Yojo Daddy. What's up, bud?
6'2", who's apparently not actually 6'10".
Really? I really wish I was. Can I tell you how many times I wish I was 6'10"?
I think that's too much. That's too much.
Tall? Oh no, I would just.
That's too much. Imagine driving a car. I was almost 7 foot tall.
You don't. when you wish to be taller, you don't think of all the annoyances that'll come with it.
That's where my mind goes, like the normal stuff, like going to eat at a restaurant and sitting at a booth.
Yeah, having to duck under every doorway would be very annoying. Yeah.
You have to shake hands and you've got to like bow to them to meet their hand. Hello, Mom.
Hey.
Got to meet this guy. That was rad.
Which one, DFW or JoeFest?
He was at DFW.
Oh, right on. That's awesome.
That was really cool. I got to meet a lot of people, and honestly, I have forgotten a lot of it. And I can't can't blame that on drinking or drugs. It's just my weak ass mind.
But it's also because you probably seen so many new faces these past 2 weekends that it's real hard to.
So many.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So many. This guy got to hang out with JoEvember.
Awesome, man. Nice.
Super
Did it feel like I want to say a high school reunion, but like, because we brought that up multiple times, did it feel like that kind of reunion? You was just chilling, all these people coming up to you, and they already kind of know you, and you're like, hey,
kind of, but like an extended family reunion, like people that know you, but you don't know them.
Yeah, right. And you're like, hey.
yeah. Like I got to meet Chad Zombie Finger. I got to meet that guy, and he just walked up to me and he's like, "Hey, how about a little 45-47?" I'm like, "What the is that a Chicago song? What is that?" And he's like El Presidente, and I'm like, "Oh, geez, okay." And he had his kid. He wanted me to do an impression for his kid. It was weird, dude.
You gotta get like Zakanen has the right ID. Where's that name tag that says "Hello, my
Very
name is
smart.
Zakanen"? It's smart because like when you go up to somebody and you say something like that, like a niche joke that was probably made on a live stream in passing,
Right.
and then you got to turn around and go, "What?" And then they got, "Oh yeah, man, you're Donald Trump, dude." And you're like, "Oh."
And the funny thing is Zach doesn't need that anymore. He's everywhere.
I know.
On YouTube, dude, there's a live with like at least like half got live with them.
At some point this week, you'll see Zakanen.
That is a good tip. If you're walking up to somebody that does not know you, just have the little Inigo Montoya.
Just at least let them know so that when at least when you look down, you're like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And you can immediately click, and then it's like you guys know each other. Yeah,
right. Shark Eyes, got to hang out with him for a good long while. That was dope. That was at Georgia.
Hell yeah.
Him and Punk and Ray Murphy and Tony's Figs and
Same Time Toys.
a whole bunch of people that thought I hated him, I guess. But we're all cool, man.
Was it like this when you shook their hand? Did you get this kind of face like this? They're like, "Hello."
I think I like this like Punk like back
this,
like he thought I was gonna attack him or something. Like, "Whoa, brother, we're cool." You like me? And I'm like, when did I ever say otherwise, man? What did I do?
He was about to live up to his name. He was about to be a real punk. He was about to like, "Let's go, motherfucker."
G-Force, got to meet G-Force a couple of times. He was in Georgia. That was dope.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
I met a lot of people.
To me, that seems like the biggest bummer from my end is the missing out on that part. You know, like I don't need to spend money. You know, I don't think any of us really truly do. It's really the running into people that you've never met before but have come across on this magical boob tube, you know, and we become like, you know, like you said, extended family. So when you see them, it's cool. That's the one thing I really missed from these past 2 weekends with you guys.
And that's really the part that you did miss out on. Like the toys and stuff, you can get those anytime if you know where to go. It's not that big of a deal. Maybe you missed a good deal on something. Not a big deal. Yeah. But the experiences, you can't buy those.
Yeah.
And that's the selling point of these conventions, especially now, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's the deal, because as time goes on and we get further and further apart by doing more, you know, YouTube and that kind of stuff instead of, you know, swap meets and that kind of thing, is we're losing that connectivity.
Yeah.
You know, because once you get in the same room, even if people think that there's some kind of beef, it's gone like that. Like,
goes away once they realize
it's gone, dude. And we're buddies. We're hanging out until fucking 2:30 in the morning at the hotel lobby, bullshitting about God knows what.
Did that happen? Did that happen like every night you were there, or was that just a specific night?
It did happen every night, but I went to bed early most nights.
Okay.
There was one night where I stayed up late and I was down there with Punk and Shark and all those guys.
That's cool. That's right.
Other than that, I was like in bed before midnight, like every night. I was just exhausted.
Yeah, man, dude, I don't blame you. Because you know what it is? It's like it's you gearing up mentally, because you had tables and stuff, right? You were like there, like trying to, you know. So to me, that's why I would understand going to bed early, because your mind is there on the work, not so much on the pleasure, you know. So I would understand that, because even when I'm there for just to buy shit, buy 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'm spent, man. I'm ready to go sit down and go to fucking sleep at that point because like
oh yeah,
do a lot of walking around those conventions. You don't even realize how many fucking steps you're putting on.
Oh yeah, it's like 10 a.m. and your watch gives you the notification. Like, God damn, what the fuck have I been doing?
Yeah.
You know,
It happened a few times to me where I'm like, God damn, all right, we're good. Like I put enough, you know, just walking around in fucking circles because some of these conventions ain't that big and you will just walk around in circles.
Absolutely.
You know, until you
Absolutely.
finally just say, did you see enough? I think we can leave now. That's usually what I do with my wife.
Yeah.
Like we circle enough and I turn around and go, did you see everything you needed to see? Because I'm good. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Mo, I got to meet Mo. That was awesome.
Yeah, he's Jeff Morris. You're a pisser, bro. On my wife's streams yesterday. Yeah, my wife was playing the fucking Fears to Fathom, and she's like, should I play this one more time? He's like, yes, you have to, because I said you would die 4 times, and you have to play it. That was funny. That was good.
Shane missed getting one of those. I mean, I remember getting those on clearance when Target had them. Like, I remember getting those for like $15.
Holy shit.
And it wasn't because they'd sat there very long. I don't know what that was like. Yeah. That was the beginning of the end for Target's distribution. Because as soon as they got them, cases of them went on clearance.
That's crazy. They did that with the
45 is not bad.
They did that with the Trouble Bubble too. Yes. Very quickly, I noticed.
That Python Patrol one. Yeah, as soon as they got it. Clear.
Yeah. Because I remember grabbing a couple of them because my boy Tom came over and he's like, yo, you know, Target's selling them for like $19. And I'm like, what? And I ran there and grabbed a couple. Yeah.
EX Medic, that was cool.
Yeah, I saw that he was down there. That's awesome. I didn't know he was going to go down there, so that was cool.
There was a lot of people I did not know would be there that you showed up. Like, hey, I'm so and so. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And what sucks is I am terrible about taking like pictures, like selfies and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after, I'm always like, damn it, I got like 6 and I met like 40 people. You know, like fuck. Like, I mean, there's one, Matt LaCroix. He was instrumental in me starting customizing, and he's been there the whole time. He was one of the first people in the toy community that I met.
Yeah, okay.
Incredibly talented guy, does all kinds of cool shit now, mostly O-ring stuff. I hang out with him every time I go to JoeFest. Every year we hang out for like there's always like a minute, like 20 minutes where we're hanging out bullshitting, and I have never gotten a picture with him. And that's this year I walked up to him while we were all setting up and I'm like, Matt, this year, picture. And he said, yes, absolutely. And then I walked off and I had to come back later to get a picture. So dumb.
You just said you wanted a picture. Where are you going?
Yeah, he started talking to a customer and I was like, all right, he's making money. That's more important than selfies. Walk down the road.
You know what it is, though? That's probably why a lot of these people didn't ask you for selfies, because they probably assumed that you were working and busy and didn't want to be like, hey, can you come back out of here for a picture?
Which was never the case.
Yeah.
Anybody that asked, I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have definitely gotten one with you if I was there. I would have been like, get your ass on the other side of this table because we about to get photogenic, motherfucker.
It was a great time.
It looked like it. It truly did. It looked like you guys had a blast, man, on both shows, not just the one.
Oh, yeah.
Although I will say, and this could just be me with the channels that I watch, but a lot more coverage from JoeFest than DFW. A lot of guys went live on the floor. Chad went live on the floor for DFW. I'll say that about Chad. He definitely did. But like, he might have been the only one. There wasn't that many people who went live from DFW like they did at JoeFest. Because like JoeFest had a couple of dudes go extensive. Like they went live, they stopped at booths, they talked to people. So to me, like, I saw a lot more of JoeFest than I did of DFW. And like I said, from what I saw of both shows, everybody who was there looked like they had giant smiles on their face, looked like they had a fucking blast, man. Which is good. That's all you can ask.
It was a blast. I feel like JoeFest was very much more toy show.
Okay.
DFW was like friend groups.
Yeah.
And I feel like that comes with the bigger the show is, the more it becomes a toy show and less focused on a community, a fellowship, brotherhood, camaraderie, which we all love. But as the show grows, that portion gets smaller and smaller. It's a smaller ratio, right? Just mathematically, you're getting more people, so fewer of them are buddies and want to hang out with each other.
and that's to play off that. It makes the meaning mean even more. So like the smaller it is, like the giant show, if I run into you, I'm like, oh shit, like that. It just makes it mean even more. So like the bigger the shows get, the closer I think this circle. It's like a circle, man. There's only but a few of us that stay in touch. Everybody else has their circles. And with the bigger the show, I think the tighter the circle gets, because it's like, well, I'm going to this, I'm going to that, make sure we meet up or whatever the case is. Like when I met Zakanin, I met him at that Connecticut Comic-Con, that Terrific Con shit, and that wasn't even a toy show. That was a straight up Comic-Con, because it was more comic books and artists than toy vendors, But I think Valaverse was there, so that was really the driving factor to get the exclusive Valaverse figure,
right?
But on top of that, it was hanging out with Woody, hanging out with Rollkeeper, and meeting Zakanin for the first time. And when I met those guys, because like you just said, it's a big convention and with such a small circle, we stuck together the whole time. Mm-hmm. And then beyond. Yep. After the show, we all went back to Zakanin's hotel. We sat at the bar and we just shot the shit for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours before finally we were like, we got to drive 2 hours home. So it's like, but I agree, man. When you go to the big ones, you look for the groups quicker because you just don't want to. You don't want to get lost in that crowd. You like to see friendly face.
Yeah, you want to see a familiar face. I completely agree.
Man.
And there was a lot of them.
That dude, I bet. But like you said, the smaller the show, the bigger the reunion feeling is, I guess, because it's such a small show that you're going to see people.
Right. That's how we are about Assembly Required in Des Moines.
Okay.
That's a small show. Like it's a small show, but all of the vendors are like tight. So because there's not a lot of people, even the vendors get to have like a good time without it being so stressful and whereas you go to JoeFest, you paid a lot of money for that booth and there's a shitload of people walking around. Like it's hard to be buddy, but unless you're like right next to somebody, it's hard to really have that.
Yeah, you don't want to turn around and be like, I'm going to leave the booth real quick. I want to say hello to this guy. You just stay at the booth the whole fucking time. Yeah, I get that, man. JoeFest looked at, to be quite honest with you, I think JoeFest might be on my list for next year. So now that my the restrictions are kind of off for me, like I'm not like bogged down to stay home. Me and my wife are already looking, and JoeFest was one of them that was high on our list of to go to. So, I mean, DFW is cool. I can't go all the way down to Texas. I just can't do it. I went once for WrestleMania, and it was just like, I'd rather just go. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Would you guys drive? Is that what you're saying? Like you guys would drive, or
no? We flew. We flew down there, and it was still like it was hotter than the sun. First off, and it was just like I know Augusta, Georgia's real hot too, right? It was hotter.
I was gonna say, I was like, fair warning. Augusta's that hot, plus it's wet.
So I told my wife like, yo, just be prepared for like freezing your ass off because we're going to be in the air conditioning all like it's happening. So you better accept that. But man, like I just, and plus that it's just like, I think it'd be more expensive to get to Texas than it would be Augusta, Georgia. I think I could probably drive to Georgia. It's more, to me, would be more feasible to drive to Atlanta than it would be all the way to fucking Texas. It's like takes 25 hours to get to Texas.
I would say definitely driving to Texas that's a long way.
Yeah. Crazy. My wife hates flying, so it's like one of those things where you gotta like drive. And I'm not a big fan of flying neither, but like if I have to do it, I'll do it. I'm not like afraid of it.
Yeah, so. See, I actually like genuinely enjoy flying. So
it
doesn't bother me at all. Like I love takeoff and landing, and I've been fucking scared in the air before. Don't let that fool you. I've looked over and see the stewardess like freaking out, and you're like, oh, okay, this is a real deal. That's cool. Okay. I'm glad you're keeping it together for us. She's like fucking crossing her heart, and it's like, oh, okay, so this isn't just regular turbulence. This is engine failure. Cool. Cool.
Okay, I don't like the sound of that. Dude, when I was flying to Texas for WrestleMania, they hit a fucking what I always forget what the name of that thing is, where the plane kind of just boom just drops like elevation,
like an air pocket.
An air pocket, yeah, and hit one of those, and when I tell you my balls were in my throat because I thought it was over. Oh my God, I was sleeping too, woke me up out of a dead sleep.
Oh, Because it's like the falling feeling you get when you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Your brain does when you stop breathing or whatever.
Oh,
But it's real. Like you're really falling.
And I look over at my friend, and he was literally clasping the fucking arm rail like this. He fucking hates flying, and I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" He goes, "Turbulence, bro, turbulence." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's just what he'd been repeating in his head. Just turbulence, bro, turbulence.
Yeah. I was like, "I thought we were gonna die." He goes, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Okay."
I don't need you adding on to this. Okay, I got plenty going on in here.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it together. I'm hanging on by a goddamn thread. Like,
Jeff,
yeah, but
good evening, sir. It was great to see you. We had the entire council of Jeff at Texas.
Oh,
the whole council, all 4 members,
all of the Jeffs
were there.
Jesus,
and this guy.
Hell yeah, listening from Mark. I appreciate you, Roadkeeper. Thank you.
Always good to see Dan.
Yeah, I bet he cleaned up this weekend, didn't he?
I'm waiting to see a pickup.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those images on Instagram already. He got a couple of nice pickups.
I bet he did. I bet he did. You know, the great thing about Dan, and this probably helped him in career, but he blends in so well.
Yeah.
He's just in and out of people, just like effortlessly. He doesn't look like me. Like, look like I'm carrying the football and I'm like fucking zipping in between people and spin moves and shit. He's just like seamlessly just meanders quickly through. It's impressive.
Dude, when he snuck up on me at Terrificon, we were just sitting there looking around with Woody, and he's like, "Legend." I try to look at him. He was like, "Hey man, what's up?" It's Roadkeeper. And I was like, "Oh shit, where the fuck did you come from?" I was like, Jesus Christ. There he is.
What's up, jerk?
The man without a name. It's good to see you, bud.
What's up?
I appreciate you. Would you ever find yourself traveling to this neck of the woods for a toy show, or are you always just going to keep it on the middle?
I would like to get to the east.
Okay.
But it's got to be. I don't know when, or I don't know what it would take. Like I was looking, like, because I was talking to Zakanin and several other people that are planning on going to the Toy Tuber and I Monday I heard Jerk was like, he's like, "Oh, we got to get him out there to that," and I'm like, like right now I just did 2 weeks worth of vacation all in once, I'm tapped now.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, I was like, the Toy Tuber thing's only 1 day. Like,
oh, so it's not like a weekend thing. It's just a
that's all I saw was just the 1 day. And I'm like, man, I definitely couldn't do it for 1 day. It would have to be like at least a couple of days before I have to fly back home, and I'm sure Zach will drive, but I don't want to drive 18 hours for 1 day's show. That's too much.
That'd be rough.
The ratio's just off.
Yeah, that would be rough.
But I definitely want to get out there because there's so many of you guys that I want to see. I want to hang out with. I want the Texas experience with y'all. Like that's
we're there on the East Coast. Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, if you ever need a place to stay, you crash here. Apparently, you can sleep right in Jerk's bed.
That's a hell of an offer. Thank you both.
Coffee right there on his bed. I mean, you won't sleep in the same bed as us, but you could sleep
there. You sleep under the same roof. That's as far as we're going.
Yeah, as far as we go.
You might have the tactical battle platform done by then. I can sleep on the platform.
Probably. Yeah, you could definitely crash on that thing.
I knew it.
For sure. Yeah. He's got to fucking make sure that the perimeter is secure.
Absolutely.
I gotta hide in there with the people.
Will, I got to meet Will. I even got a picture with Will. It's a good time.
Like I said, all these guys, they come out the woodwork. It seems like JoeFest and DFW are the shows to meet everybody.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly.
Yeah. Mikey, the show, it's Sunday, but we're hanging out Friday and Saturday. Oh, look at that. Okay. Did that entice you? They just dangled the carrot in front of you, Mikey. They were like,
they did, but I fucking hate carrots. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really hate carrots. That was extreme. I apologize.
Oh my word!
And it's next month, so I don't know. I did look.
I thought it was in September. No, it's not September. I thought it was in September.
No, I said like August 17th. I think is what I read.
Oh, I don't know. No one said anything to me about it. So.
Yeah, and it's in Jersey. around Newark. Is that
yeah, Hasbrook Heights.
That's it.
Yeah. Filmed quite a few wrestling shows at Hasbrook Heights.
I bet you have.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Camden. Camden, New Jersey is the worst.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst.
I saw a crackhead trying to climb over the fence to get into the wrestling show to steal stuff. That's how bad.
Wow.
That's how bad it was down there. Yeah.
You say that's bad. That's dedication, baby.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Are you sure he was a crackhead and not like a struggling beginning, like trying to get in the ring kind of guy?
No. This was a legitimate crackhead trying to climb over the fence because he was right behind me. I was filming on the platform. I was on the hard camera, and I hear like a commotion behind me, and I think you think it's an animal or some shit because we're outside. It was outdoors. It was like on a soccer field type shit. And I turn around, look behind me, and it's this crackhead trying to steal something that wasn't my stuff. And I said, and then all of a sudden I saw the guy, I guess would be security, came running over, and the guy dropped that and took off. Yeah.
Slippery crackhead.
They're just always up to no good. Those crackheads, better watch out.
That's true. That's true.
So I wanted to ask you this, but what was the big purchase from the 2 weekends for you? Or what did you pick anything up that you were like, I needed this? Thank God.
Need? No.
No. A want? Was there a want?
I had some good pickups. I bought too much shit, let's be frank. Because the shows, I did not do very well at either show selling stuff. I did sell my hyena, which was my main goal at DFW or JoeFest. I did do that.
Hell yeah.
And I sold, I think, 2 figures, got some commission work for moving forward.
Yeah.
And Dad sold some kits and stuff. And then at DFW, we sold more kits. I think I got 4 or 5 customs that I sold. But I brought 30.
Yeah.
32 with the ones with the hyena. So I came back with like 20 or so.
I mean, at least
it wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Yeah.
That's on me. Like I just didn't plan accurately,
Yeah.
So I've got some stuff to move. So that's why the figures went up today. So
on Instagram, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Put them out there and see what happens.
Hey, dude, that work is fucking good, man. Stellar. Crackhead powers are a real thing. That's a fact, dude.
Appreciate it.
They turn into like Power Rangers.
Yeah. You never catch one because they never stand still. Accurate.
That is a fact. Unless they had just freshly smoked some crack. Then they'll be
yeah. If you catch them high, you can do some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike crack is different than PCP or something, whereas like once they hit it,
yeah.
They've hit the golden button.
Yeah.
Like they're
everything just slows down and they just kind of sit there for a second.
Yeah,
so if you want to catch them, that's your window.
Yeah. John, it was great to see you too, man.
That's funny.
So I'll show you some stuff.
Hell yeah, dude! Please and Dankeschön.
This one, bam.
Oh wow.
So this is something I picked up at JoeFest. It was a complete workbench with a rifle stand, and I got some nice little ammo cans.
That's cool. The fact that it opens and everything like that's awesome.
Yeah, it's freaking cool. And
do you remember who you got that from?
Oh shoot, it's a pretty big name, but I have forgotten it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was pretty big.
It's a big name. I recognized it, and I was like, I should buy something, and I did, and then I forgot the name. I'm a shitbird. I don't know what to say. Now, all of the guns, I remember where all the guns came from because they're Top Fun Retro.
Okay.
This guy's solid. I've bought from him before. This is the first time I actually got to meet him, and he had probably 12 foot of table just covered in tackle boxes with guns.
That's sick.
It was amazing. And I bought probably close to $200 worth of guns from him.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I bought a lot of weapons.
Holy shit, dude. I will say, because I've seen his stuff before, and I remember was it like about a year and a half ago, he had just been starting. Because he was on Punk with Toys' thing, and he was talking about starting up and the guns that he had, and he was going to evolve, and he said, trust me, this is going to be just the start. And I guess he wasn't kidding, because he had 12-foot table filled with guns and shit.
Yeah, he was. John was definitely not kidding. I talked to him for a very long time. He was super cool. He's former military, and he is a firearms enthusiast. So he pays very close attention to the details, to, even like this crate, which he also made, lot numbers and stuff on ammo cans. They're legit. Like, they're cans that he had, and he just copied the ammo can, the lot number, over to the ammo. Very good attention to detail.
That's those little small attentions to detail make all the difference.
They do, especially if you know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So like this was white Vegeta brought me this, and this is like a foam board.
That looks good though.
And it's really nice. It's super light, because it's foam. But that's a sweet crate. So that was my first crate. And then this one.
That's awesome.
This one I got from Greg at Cotswold Collectibles. He had me make a custom figure for Michael Charles Hill, who's the guy that came up. That he made the Cold Slither. That was his idea.
Okay.
He was one of the Sunbow guys.
Yeah.
He's a really cool guy. He's only been doing this a couple of years. I got to talk to him at his first show, which was Assembly Required, like 2 years ago. He had no idea that people liked this shit. He had no idea.
Yeah.
And so that blew him up. And now he's been doing shitloads of cons. He is a really nice guy.
Awesome.
So while I was at Cotswold in Ennis, Texas, before we went to DFW, I just ended up trading Greg a bunch of stuff, and this was one of the things I got, was this wooden adventure team crate.
Is that laser cut?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good, man. That looks real good.
It's dope.
Yeah. Especially the fact that it's made out of real wood. Really gives it that authentic feel.
And it's yellow, so it matches the whole adventure team aesthetic, and it's badass. They have those on their website. They're like $10.
That's not bad at all, neither.
It was just so cool, I couldn't pass it up. And then this is the one that Top Fun Retro did, and it actually carries the rifles.
That's sick.
So it's super cool. So I was talking to him, and he's like, well, I tell you what, he's like, I'll give you one of these if you display it in your booth with my card. And I was like, done.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'll do that. I use your stuff. Why wouldn't I rep?
Yeah,
for sure. And this one's 3D printed, so it's got a little more heft to it. But yeah, so super cool.
Mikey, am I the only one that when we go to these toy shows, these are the things I'm looking for? Like I said, like you said about action figures, you can get action figures everywhere. Doesn't matter. I'm looking for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the booth where people are selling these kinds of interesting little things that you can have for like background pieces. That's every time I go to a toy show now, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the customizer. I'm looking for the diorama builder, because that's where I'm going to spend my money. That's where the bulk of my money's going to go.
Absolutely.
Big, but not big enough for Mikey.
Fox and her twisted mind.
Something else. This one over here. I love my beautiful wife.
Jimmy bought a bunch of his. I got to meet Jimmy. I've got some pictures of his head. I'm gonna do a painting for him.
Awesome.
So he's gonna.
Top Fun he's on my list now, because I bought from Gridiron. I bought from Arsenal Pew Pews. I've obviously bought like the Valaverse weapon pack. Top Fun was like one of the ones on my list now to buy from. So he's the next one I'm going to buy. And like I said, everybody who I've spoken to, and you included now, have all spoken very highly of his product. So
it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good, and you can tell he pays close attention to scale. That's one of those things with 3D printed stuff. Is somebody will design a file and they'll put it out there for purchase. But when you're printing it, if you don't have anything to compare it to, scale can be really tricky.
Very big time.
Because he is a fan, he knows what to look for. So like all of these are all G36s. It's the same rifle in different variations, and they all scale perfectly despite being
Variations.
different variations.
Yeah, that's sick.
So he does a super good job. I mean, Loki does a good job too. I bought a couple $100 worth of 3D printed shit from him too.
Okay.
But Top Fun is he's like another level with printing.
Yeah,
and his painted stuff is really nice too.
Yeah.
So like here is a.
So that looks good. So I'm probably gonna have to check his stuff out tonight. Then maybe I'll purchase some stuff.
He's awesome, and like I said, I'd purchased from him probably two times before that.
Yeah.
So getting to meet him was really cool, and he had his kids there, and he had them working, which is
that's awesome. That's the fact that you can,
to meet you.
Like, it's like you and your dad, dude. The fact you guys can share in this together and go to shows and share a business together like that.
Yeah.
That to me is the coolest thing. Like, well, the one thing I like, my father was very crafty, but he never really got into like the miniature stuff. So like if I ever asked him to kind of help me with he just wouldn't know what to do. So like we couldn't bond on this the way you guys do, the way you just said Top Fun did with his kids. It's just that to me is a really cool aspect of this whole toy space, man. The fact that fathers and sons, fathers and daughters, they can find a way to bond through toys.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, look at the whole fucking chat right now is really putting over Top Fun. So I mean, I guess it's a no brainer here. So I might as well send that guy my business.
And he's not super expensive or anything. I want to say he had his guns priced at like $6 a piece.
That's not bad at all.
When you think like Gridiron would be, $10 to $12.
12 at least. Yeah.
For a basic
gun
unless you get a $5 sale. That's
Yeah, that gun you just showed would be $12 to $15 on.
A painted one would be for 100%.
Yeah. So
now there's also like those expensive ones you can remove mags and stuff like that. And if you're doing like photos and stuff where you need mag changes, I get the necessity for that. I don't need that.
You know what? At first I thought I needed it, but you don't. Like you wind up losing.
Well, especially if you got Photoshop. You just Photoshop the mag out if it's that big of a deal.
If it's really, dude, and honestly, a lot of the times it's those psychos with the tangible bullshit where everything's got to look legitimate. They got to have the actual clip in their hands, and God forbid we put it in Photoshop. It's like shut the fuck up, But yeah, like I said, everybody who I have spoken to about Top Fun has all put him over like gangbusters. So I definitely want to try out some of his weaponry. Like I said, because I'm the same boat as you, man. I go to Gridiron sometimes because I'm like, well, I want to see a little bit better of a loadout for whoever, and you just see like, even when they have like the loadouts and you're like, Jesus Christ, that much money for just like a couple of weapons and a backpack, like fuck you.
$30 to $40 for a loadout. Yeah. It's top shelf shit. I mean, it's nice quality, but damn it, man.
Yeah.
I need a budget version of it. Give me it without paint apps or something like.
That's what I'm saying. But if you get like from Top Fun, you get a gun that literally is the same, and that the person who made it put all that level of detail into it because he's into not only the toy but he's into the weaponry as well. Like 100%. He's is a studier of it. That's that. And on top of that, it's affordable. Like that's a check. It's win to me. Like the no brainer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and he had some really cool stuff. Well, I got some pictures we can look at. I'll show you some of the other stuff I got from him. But he's doing some effects and stuff.
Oh wow, really?
He's got some really nice pieces. Yeah, effects for the weapons, like
the weapon, blast effects and stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Really cool. Shane, you ain't kidding. Yeah, Dad upgraded from a 4K to a 12K printer, so increased his resolution by 3 times.
Was it resin or PL?
It's resin.
It's resin, right? Oh, so your pop's gonna definitely.
What up, Woody?
Hey,
hang out with
what's up to that effect? What's up, Woody? It's good to see you,
bud. Joe fan, I do not know what his timeline is on that. I assume we'll be doing a couple of kooks this Sunday. So tune in or catch the replay. Because I know he was pretty upset that he couldn't deliver in person all of the stuff to make that kit because we've been talking it up pretty good.
Yeah.
I stand by that. If he'd have had printer running top, like it should have been, we'd have been good. But there were a lot of obstacles.
Did he just get the printer? Is it like, as in, like it's brand new?
He's had it for maybe a month.
Okay.
A little over a month, because he had it for a few weeks before we left too.
Okay.
He's just had it. He's had it running all the time. But we had my grandma's car, her Escape. We had it packed to the gills. And he needed to take the 3D printer.
Wow.
He did not have room for it.
Oh,
so
shit.
my mom and grandma took his car and met us in Texas on our way to Texas, and he 3D printed from that moment through the show.
That's fucking sick.
Printed constantly. There were several nights where he got like 3 hours of sleep because he'd be in the hotel drafting and drawing and designing, and they put it on a jump drive, and he'd go over to Cotswold Collectibles where he had the printer set up, plug the jump drive in, let it run a 4 or 5, 6 hour print, come back to the hotel, do more drawing, and he kept doing it.
That's
it was insane.
What's impressive?
I don't know how he's still standing.
Yeah, is the fact that he was able to do that. And he didn't have a single fuck up. Like everything printed, no problem.
Oh no, he had fuck ups.
Okay.
He had fuck ups. Yeah, he had fuck ups. He had several fuck ups.
Because he's like putting in the work right now. It's like he
had several mistakes. Now, what were his and what were the machine? I don't know.
Yeah.
So Joe fan, I would say watch or tune in for Sunday's couple of kooks, and he will probably have some answers because he definitely wants to get you the kits.
Yeah.
And it was looking really good. Last we saw it, he had the sample of it, what was there Sunday before the show ended. So we got to see a lot of it, but there was still a lot of parts that were still printing. So, and he's not going to send out a shitty product. He won't. If it means he takes a little shit on the nose, then he'll take the shit on the nose so you have a quality product.
Hell yeah, that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's how he is. That's how the whole longbow. That's how that's how him and Troy both are about that stuff. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Let me ask you this: how did you had a panel at DFW, right? Or were you a part of a panel?
We did, yeah, we did. We had a panel. It went really well. Dad and I think had a pretty good panel. I don't know if DFW. I think they were filming it. I don't know if they released those or not. But it was basically like a what we do, what we want to do.
That's awesome.
We talked about the Spaceman kit that we had at the class on Friday, and then Saturday we had the panel. Then Longbow had a panel, and Saturday night we had the vehicle custom class with the Hasbro designers, which was
awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
There were not very many people in there, but the designers were like starting to do stuff on their own. Like they just like went back into work mode where they were building stuff, and it was a really good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, shit like that to me would be worth. But apart from seeing everybody, those kinds of panels,
it was worth the price of admission because that's the experience, right? That's an experience. That's what makes it worth it.
Oh yeah,
this guy was there. Max.
Yeah, it looked like he was. I watched his video of his DFW.
He was having a pretty good time, I think.
Yeah, he was having a blast. He had the same thing happen to him. Happened to me at the festival, the fairy festival I took my wife to. He was filming somebody, and he was like, "Here's the legend right here." And the guy was like, "You can't film me," and he immediately turned his camera away because, like, obviously the guy charges for that. And the same shit happened to me, but it was with the fucking little horse that was dressed like a unicorn. I went to film the fucking thing, and people were like, "You can't film that horse. That's how we make our money. That's how we make our money." And I literally looked at my wife. I said, "Jesus Christ, fucking, you stuck a goddamn unicorn horn on a fucking pony. What's the big deal?"
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, and then I told my wife was editing the video that she posted, and it come to the end of the video. I try and go, "Whoa!" She goes, "What?" I go, "What the fuck's the unicorn?" Like, I got yelled at. I was like, "I filmed that shit for you," and I got yelled at. "You better put that shit in the video." And she goes, "What if they see and get mad?" I go, "Fuck them. They didn't know you didn't pay. Now put that goddamn shit in the video." I was like, "Fuck that." Yeah, I couldn't believe that shit. Like, sometimes I think to myself, like, I know, like, you charge for pictures and shit like that. Like, I get that. But, like, if I'm just walking by you and I'm like, that's the legend right there, don't be an asshole. just be like, hey man, thanks, you know, and then just let them keep it moving. Don't, you know,
Right.
that's all.
It's
Just
not
don't.
it's not the same as getting a picture. Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna have you pose and I'm gonna take the picture. You're just happen to be in the frame. Like, calm down.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
I'm not
man,
like putting it right in front of you and be like, here he is. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, chill, bro.
Just be like, yo,
Calm
there's a
down.
legend right there. You were just kind of probably in passing going, there's a legend right there. All you do is just say, hey, how you doing, man? I said, like, see, even if I was charging, obviously, if you're standing there with the camera like right on me with like a monopod, because I know Max had a monopod,
Right.
and you're like, you're the man, and I talk to you for a couple of seconds. As soon as it gets past a certain point, that's when I turn and go, brother, man, like, you know, now you're holding up the line. You know,
you're taking somebody's spot now.
Yeah, that's different. But if you're just in passing going, that's the man right there, and just yo, I'm a big fan. Like, come on, dude, don't
Yeah.
you know, don't.
I'm gonna tell you, it's good to see you. You're gonna tell me I owe you $20? Eat my balls.
Exactly. Well, that's what I said. I looked down at the fucking thing with the horse, and it said $20. I looked at my wife. I said, "Fuck them. I'm not giving them $20 just so I can film this fucking thing. Eat hay. Like, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, get out of here." You know, obviously, my wife probably could have walked back there and gotten a picture because we paid the money. Obviously, I'm not a dummy, but it's the principle. Like, I wasn't having anybody walk back there. I was trying to showcase your booth. We were trying to showcase the festival, which in my head is when you're filming the floor, when you're walking around, and this is anything, whether it's a festival, a convention, whatever, toy show, and you're filming the floor, you're basically shouting all these people out. And that's what I noticed he was doing. Hey, you want to say something? Tell us about yourself, right? So he was trying to get the person to say, I'm so-and-so. This is my booth. This is what we do. Go there and check us out. That was the correct way to do it. Like I said, so like you're showcasing all these booths. Don't fucking just don't hold people up. Don't get in the way. But all the people who are seeing that you're showcasing should not be assholes. They should actually say, oh my God, this is free publicity. Because I don't know how many subscribers this person has. He could have millions. I have no fucking idea. If you're taking that much time to take your phone out and film, to me, you're putting forth an effort. You want people to see this video. So I'm not going to be an asshole. I want people to think that, I want people to know that I'm not an asshole. So I'm going to give you at least a nice version of me. I wouldn't, to me, that's very mean. I don't want to say mean because it sounds very immature, but it's very like
adolescent.
Yeah, it's very dismissive. Yeah, you're so mean, but it's very dismissive, like of me, who bought it. Like, as I said to my wife, I was like, man, I paid to get into this fucking festival. Like, there was a fee to get into this motherfucker. If there was no fee and we walked in for free, then I can understand everybody charging up the wazoo. But the fact that I walked in here and I already paid to get in here, if I'm walking past you and I want to shoot a fucking horse, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna take a picture of the goddamn horse. Like, I'm sorry. I from that point on, if I want someone to take a picture with the horse, then you pay. Just like the guy, just like Maximum, that guy sitting behind the thing. If you want a picture with him, pay the money because you want the picture with him. But if you're just doing it in passing, come on, man, be better.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's how it would have gone if somebody did that to Slaughter, because he was literally 2 tables away from me.
Awesome.
So I heard, I heard Paul all day, his guy. He's like, oh, get in there. All right. Oh, he's going to choke you out. And he's just standing there with the phone, like taking pictures for him. He's such a hype man. It cracks me up, dude.
Dude, I wonder how many.
It was like 2 years ago. I was right behind him leaving the show floor.
Yeah.
And Slaughter's, he's got his bag and, he's got his cover on. And Paul's walking there and he's got his belt over his shoulder. And he says something about, like, I think I'm just going to keep this one. Would you fight me for it? And Slaughter's like, yeah, I would. My favorite moments with Slaughter is just like the candid moments. Just him being him. Just cry. Just that's the funniest part to me, because I'm not a wrestling guy. Like, Slaughter doesn't. There's no nostalgia there for me. It's just funny because he is like, you put him on a pedestal, right?
My first question to Slaughter would be like, how many people asked to be put in a Cobra clutch? Like, how many?
Every time I looked over there, somebody was in a Cobra clutch.
Everybody, Jesus Christ.
Like, it starts out like an arm around hug, and then he just slips it in.
Yep, he slips that shit in.
Or he do like the fake choke out, like, like finger on him and like choking him out,
Yeah. That's all wrestlers. Wrestlers do the same. Wrestlers do the same pose all the time. It's all the same thing. They grab by the throat, or they stand there like this with the fist, or they put you in the submission that they used to do. For instance, the Cobra Clutch. You know, like I when I went to conventions, every time he was there, it was like a foregone conclusion that when you walk by it, you were going to see somebody in the Cobra Clutch. Like it was just a foregone. You walk by, there it is. It's happening. He's doing it again.
That legitimately was what was going on.
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Every time I looked over there, Sarge just got somebody in the clutch.
Yeah.
And Paul's just over there with the camera, like, always got you. Always got you. Just hype man, dude. Cracking me up.
You know what, though?
Funny.
Hats off to Sergeant Slaughter, who after all these years will still go to these GI Joe shows and do that kind of stuff. Because a lot of these old timers, they don't want to do this shit no more. Like the going to the shows and sitting in the line. The fact that he's willing to still do it goes to show you just how much he cares about the GI Joe fan base and all of that and all that in general. Because most guys,
like most of that stuff, you know, Chad has said it. Several people said it. He is the best brand ambassador that GI Joe has ever or probably will ever have.
Yeah,
that guy has been in it the whole time, has gotten next to jack shit from it, like very little from like Hasbro or Marvel or any of that shit. Very little of it has gotten to him, and he still participates. He's still there. He's still in front of the fans. Now at JoeFest, he did get a little sideways.
Wow, really?
Oh, that man left a bar inebriated is an understatement.
Okay, that would
like it sounded like Paul was going to have to fire him and carry him to his bed, which I would have paid $20 to watch that.
100%.
But yeah, somebody must have slipped him a Mickey or something, because he came out. Ooh, that's the only time. Ooh.
Imagine get from the turn around from the bar. He's like, "Which one of you Cobra sons of bitches drugged me?"
Yeah,
people.
Yeah. I just imagine like him just down in shots of, that's right, perfect. You know,
yeah, that's right, you maggot. Give me another
going
one.
Home in an itty bitty ditty bag.
Oh my god.
He had a good time, but he was a little late the next morning.
Yeah. Now, did you stay in the hotel of the convention at both shows?
Yes.
So was that ideal? I assume that's ideal, right? Because you can just go right to the room and shit like that.
Always ideal. Yeah, you don't have to worry about getting a ride or any of that shit.
Now, let me ask you this question, and maybe some of the chatter you can answer. Like, if I was to go to JoeFest, how early would I have to book that hotel to make sure that I would procure a room?
Probably, I mean, as soon as possible. Like, as soon as they say
what time, what day it is.
Here's the room block. Like, here's the block of rooms that we've got it.
Okay.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Okay. It closes up fast.
Okay.
Now there's one just down the road that's just fine.
Oh, okay,
you know, it's a little less convenient. You know, it's a little inconvenient.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
You'll save money, and it's a little ways down the road. So if somebody like you that has, you know, anxiety amongst crowds, that may not be a bad thing. That may get you out. You know.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the lobby stuff. That may be ideal.
Yeah, because when we went to, I think it was Legion's Con last year. That's how it was. Like, I think it was in a hotel. I don't know. I'm not sure, but like the lobby was just flooded with people. Like there's a group here talking. There's a group everywhere you turn. There was another group of people, and then a couple of times me and my wife had to go outside because like it was obviously November, so it was freezing out. So everybody stayed inside. But so me and my wife were like, let's go outside, have a smoke. And me and Woody a lot of the times went outside with Roll Keeper just to kind of level the fuck out because I couldn't be around all that bullshit. You know, it was fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I'll go outside and vape. You know, like my dad will do pulls like inside every once in a while. I will too, but sometimes I need the smoke break. Like I need just to go outside, get some fresh air, let the noise come down, be away or be in a small group. You know, 4 or 5 people out there. Like that's, and then I'm like, all right, let's go back. You know.
Yeah, that's how I am. Like I take a loop to see. All right, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one. Right, let's go out and smoke. Go out and smoke. Decide in my head, what are you buying first? Where do you want the money to go first? This way,
priorities.
Yeah, this way by the end of the show, when you know you're coming to the end of that budget, you've already gotten what you really wanted, so you know that you're good. You know, and then we go back in there and do that, and then like we just start to circle, and we go back outside, to do it. Like it's just like a lather, rinse, repeat type thing.
Yeah,
That's kind of how it is, man.
Yeah,
I really wish I would have went to meet you, dude. Like that's the one thing really chaps my ass was I didn't just get to meet everybody. I feel like it's coming. It has to. Like whether it's next year at JoeFest or something, it's going to happen at some point. It has to.
We'll make it happen. There's too many of you guys in the Northeast for me to not meet you guys like this.
Yeah, because technically you never really hung out with Jerk and Gaines neither.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because they haven't gone to any of these shows
right.
yet. So
yeah, I mean it's from that area. Woody, Dan, Alpha, right? He's in that area.
No, I think Alpha's in Texas.
Oh, Alpha's right. Yeah, he isn't. That's right.
Yeah, he was in Texas. Jay Gonzo. Jay Gonzo was in. You may got to meet Gonzo too, right? He's in San Diego.
Yeah, I got to meet Gonzo. Yeah, he's San Diego.
Hey, you got a new member, bud.
Semper Fidelis. Whoa!
Triple D. Welcome.
Daredevil Dave, you son of a bitch.
Welcome to Mike. Welcome to the Cook Cave.
That's right.
It's nice to have you. There's punch and pie every Wednesday.
But you have to bring it.
but you have it's bring your own punch and pie.
Yeah, bring your own punch and pie, but you're encouraged to do so. So this one's for you, buddy.
Holy underwear! Yeah!
Thank you!
It is my privilege to extend a laurel and hearty handshake to our new members.
This one's for you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Got me geared up for Wayne Newton. You cut away from it, son of a bitch.
I know. Got to give you a taste, just a little taste.
Oh man,
Absolutely.
I'm glad that you had a great time, bud.
I did, and I mean, there was also a lot of cool shit waiting for me when I got home, including this.
Finally, I'm so happy that it got there.
Yeah. So my Praetorians I got the day before I left, so I got to verify that I did not have a clear one.
Okay.
But the Dio, my stack of comic books, that all arrived post me leaving. So my buddy pulled them all out of off the stoop.
Awesome.
Protected them. So yesterday I got to put that all together.
It fit, right? You said you had to cut it down substantially. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I cut a few inches off the floor, and I cut probably half an inch off the top of the walls.
Okay.
But it's in there now. It's
As
in
long as
there
it
now.
fit. I hope it you like it, but I'm sorry that
I do.
That image.
I
for
do
the
like it.
Oh, thank you, bud. I said, it was
I love it.
an honor to do it for you.
It was an honor to have it. Now I've got two. Very excited.
Yes.
I got these buttholes. Pretty excited. So this is in Georgia, obviously. Three of the members of the Customizers Alliance.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty awesome. This was shortly before I think Tony and I got the Monster Force clear exclusive figure.
Which one was that? Was that the weird like Invisible Man looking guy?
Yeah. Okay. Does the clear one.
Yeah.
Finally got my picture with Matt.
Hell yeah.
And a life-size Zartan figure, which was cool.
Yeah, I saw that on a live stream. That looks so badass.
It was cool. Cool.
Yeah.
And you could change out the head so it could be like it could have the orange mohawk like the Ninja Force one.
Oh, that's awesome.
This is Leslie. This is Mrs. Scuba Pete.
Oh, okay.
She just popped over and she just sat right down. She's like, "Hi," and I was like, "Oh my God, Leslie, how are you?" I'd already talked to Pete. I did not get a picture with Pete because we got in good conversation both times we interacted. Riles, hello.
Hey,
hello.
What's up, Roddy? How you doing, man? How many times did that happen where you like to like, hey?
So many. So many.
Yeah.
Are you talking about this guy? This little fella here? Yeah, I got him. He's safe and sound, pal. I got him. He's sitting right over here. He's chilling. Rondo, hello, sir.
Hey, Rondo's in the house. What's up, bud?
And let's see.
That looks like a nice lobby.
It is a nice lobby.
A nice hotel.
JoeFest does not fuck around. It's a nice spot.
Yeah.
This is me and Ben from Skeletron.
Oh.
I texted him and I was like, hey, no matter what happens, I need a picture of you, me, the Robo Skull, and the hyena that I made.
Hell yeah.
So as I sold it, I had my dad. I was like, go get Ben because I need a picture before this leaves my hands forever.
Oh yeah.
So
let me ask you this: how long was that on your table before you shipped it away?
All weekend.
Oh, okay.
It was like Sunday afternoon. These guys came over probably 8 times, came into the booth and looked at stuff. And every time the father was like, he's like, you're a terrible influence. The kid kept telling him to buy this hyena. And he's like, I can't, your mom will kill me. And they kept coming back. And I'd be like, hey, you guys are back. And he'd be like, yeah, I want something. I don't know. And so they him hot around and they finally came back and he's like, all right. He's like, is there any wiggle room? I had 700.
Okay.
Is there any wiggle room? Like, I'm seeing father and son, right? And I'm like, that's my shit, you know? And I'm like, dude, I'll do 650. Like, I'll do 650. And he was like, he looks at the kid and, the kid's got the starry eye thing going, and he's like, your mom is going to kill me. And so he's like, all right, man. He's like, can I PayPal you? And I was like, yeah, PayPal's cool. And like, as I'm like bagging it up for him and everything, like I got the picture with him because that's pretty cool to me.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like bagging it up and he's telling the kid, he's like, all right, you tell your mom that we got this for $400. And the kid's like, I think we should make it 5. It's more believable. And he's like, you're right. That is more believable. he was awful pressure. This kid, I told Dad, I was like, I should have given the kid something extra because he sold that fucking thing.
Oh yeah, a finder's fee.
I should have given him something.
And the fact that he was like helping with the lie, he's like, "No, I'd say 500."
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit more believable.
Oh yeah, and like as I'm packing it, and the guy, he's like adding to it, and he's like, "Yeah, well, or we could say we won it." Like he had like a whole slew.
Yeah.
And I told the guy, and I was like, "You better make sure he goes to college because if he goes on the streets, he's going to be a kingpin."
Oh, for sure.
Like this kid's gonna run some shit. Look at his face.
Yeah, he's definitely got
face.
He's definitely got a little hustler in him.
Look at a little fucking Al Capone. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
My God. So here's here's Wilhelm right there, and his boy, and Joe Ricondo back there.
Okay.
The exclusive I picked up for Chad. I got a couple for myself, but
nice. Awesome
to finally meet Will. Here was the display. So we just got this little side table from Longbow.
Yeah.
And that was what we had to work with. So we did most of the display, and then I ended up moving the hyena up front and center because I was proud of it and I really wanted to sell it.
Absolutely, yeah.
So this was our little setup. So Skeletron and Marauders was right here. Rage and Spoon was right here, and then like I said, on the other side of him was Slaughter.
Oh, that's cool.
So it was pretty cool. But yeah, we had all the stuff out.
Dude, I love that truck too. That Vanguard.
My Z-Force Vanguard.
Yeah. Such an awesome Vanguard. Dude, that's another thing too. Like everybody is going bananas for that stealth one. I'm just gonna paint my gray one black and put the upgrade kit on it, and I have a stealth Vanguard.
Yeah, that's
all I'm doing. Like I'm not gonna. I tip my cap to him at the fact that he's keeping it at a certain price, like $129 or whatever the fuck. That's impressive. Very impressive. Agree. Tip my cap to you for that. But I already have a gray one, and all I need is the upgrade kit. I don't think I really need anything else beyond that.
Right? No, I
not the kid's first rodeo. He's definitely used to talking.
No, he knew how to get stuff from his pop.
Yeah, he's like, Pop, come on.
Yeah, he got him, and it's not the first time, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There's me and Pop.
The fact that he said to him, like, "Don't tell your mother." That's definitely not the first time. That's not the first.
No. No. They've got a history. So I can relate very, very well to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that one. Don't tell your fucking mother, please.
Yeah. So this is Monster Force, or Fresh Monkey Fiction, Big Bad Workshop, all those.
Those look cool. I like the suited dude. Do you notice this is another thing now? Everybody's coming out with the thugs, like the ski mask dude and shit like that. And I said this today on the Wake and Bake. Once the tracksuit mafia hit Ollie's, my thug needing days were done. Like I got all the tracksuit mafia guys I needed, and now any thug after, it's like, do I really need that? I got plenty in the bin. Like, so it's like going to be real hard sell for me because I noticed Valaverse announced theirs too, the extras or whatever the fuck they're called.
Right.
I don't know. I the Figures Inc. did it first with the fans. Did you see that? They made like figure fans now, so you can put into your crowd and into your actual.
Yeah.
Like, so I think the fodder shit is a little too late, if you ask me. But like, I love the soldiers. I like. Is this the Soldier of Fortune one? Is that what this was?
This is the Soldiers of Fortune wave. This is the one that's on a Big Bad Toy Store as a full wave, and I really want it because I love the different colors. The camel on this red one looks so much better in person than it did on the render.
Okay,
yeah, this is nice.
Which one of those do you like?
Honestly, I love the Saboteur. I love this figure. I think that's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
But I love the army builders, man. Like,
I
love that. The yellow, the orange, like.
See, yellow for me, if you were building.
Damn, dude, that yellow is sick.
Yeah, if you're building like a AIM, like Marvel.
Yeah.
Even Hydra, but yellow was good.
See, I saw it and I was like, oh, that would be a badass Alley Viper.
That too.
The orange one too. I mean, that was kind of why I got that Jackal figure they did.
Yeah. See, I have this one pre-ordered. The guy in the middle, the general. That one I'm waiting for. I can't wait.
He's badass. The zombies don't do anything for me.
Me neither.
I'm not a fan of zombie stuff, but these military guys,
all in, for sure.
They're gorgeous. They're fantastic.
Yeah, see that one. All of those guys.
This guy I pre-ordered.
Yeah.
I didn't order Donner Party. That one doesn't excite me. It's cool. It's a cool concept. It just doesn't excite me.
That's basically like Frankenstein's monster, right? The Donner.
Right.
Party?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So these two I got these pre-ordered.
Yeah.
I will definitely get one of the agents.
That Delta Red, is that like that 35th end of like the Big Bad Toys exclusive one? Because I got that pre-ordered too. Okay.
Yep. It's that one.
Okay.
It's that one that has the gold helmet and everything.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. And I like that one next to him with the beret.
This one?
Yeah, that was
so
cool.
I think that one, I think that's the exclusive for their shows this year that you can only pre-order if you're at one of the shows they're at.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's kind of cool. So you give them your email address and they go into Big Bad Toy Workshop and pre-order it, put it on your deal, and you pay for it. There.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean it's another pre-order thing, which I know some of us are fucking burnt out on. And Fresh Monkey Fiction, they're timely. I mean, it takes some time.
A while, because I mean, the first wave of Monster Force, it was a year and a half, right, or some shit like that, close to it.
Yeah, it was a long fucking time.
It was a while, yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time.
But you know what,
hey, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff's in house. As crazy as this sounds, they were worth the wait. Because when I got them in hand, I was like, "Holy shit!" You know what? We had to wait whatever time we had to wait, but these things, when I got them in hand, were worth the wait.
I love them.
Yeah,
love them.
I
bought most of Woody's. Like,
wow, Woody was selling them.
Yeah, Woody's getting out of it. I think the weight is too much for him to deal with, and I understand that. I get that.
Totally understand.
So I got a couple of more Delta Reds.
Hell yeah!
I finally got one of these, the one with the green shirt, the heavy.
Nice.
And I got a Declan, which I missed out on.
Dude, he was like, when I got that Declan back, because he was the first one I pre-ordered. It was him. When I got him in hand, I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "This was worth it." Like, here's the thing too. I'm a patient dude, so like, I don't need these guys tomorrow. Like whenever they come out, whenever they're available, I'll grab them. It's not a big deal. But to me, they're worth the wait because they're awesome figures. They're like really cool.
Oh, they are really good. I mean, the quality of them is really nice. The joints are smooth.
Hell yeah.
They're fucking awesome figures.
Yeah.
And let's see here, the collector. They are now with GI Joe, not everything. They're not compatible with everything because not everything has the same head tag. But
You know what drives me crazy? That drives me crazy that you're all the same brand. You're GI Joe. How come the pegs don't all?
So,
It drives me crazy.
it's so dumb. Yeah, I assume it's because they have stuff made in different places, so different people have like a different dimension. But yeah, you would think like wrist pegs, ball, neck balls, like all that stuff would be like universal. Like it's 10 millimeters. It's
especially with GI
millimeters,
Joe.
whatever.
Especially with GI Joe, considering how much you guys customize in the GI Joe community. There's a lot more customizing in the Army Man community than there is anywhere other in the toy space. I noticed.
100%, yeah, for sure. Quentin got to hang out a long time with Q.
Yeah,
got to meet his lovely family.
Quentin's the one that does all the people's like portraits or whatever. Like he does the drawing. Okay, he does this top notch work, I must say.
Yeah, he's great. He does the Valaverse art too.
Yeah, right.
That's
really
also
cool.
what he.
Oh yeah.
He does. Yeah, Q's awesome. He does great work.
These are cool.
More of the Monster Force figures. Dr. Caligari.
Yeah.
Sleepwalker, which looks freaking sick. And then this is the Invisible Man, but full color.
You got the
picture.
You got the translucent version of him, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. The gray, the smoke gray translucent.
Yeah. Now these were the ones that were made 3 3/4 first, right? Because I know Chad has the Crimson Moon guys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. That was some of this line was made that way. So
these all look good.
The zombies don't do anything for me. But I love the rest. I don't really care about the not Cobra Commander. I don't care. But these other ones, these not action force, I fucking love it.
I tell you what, I got the Cobra looking dude only because I like the idea of Cobra Commander in a suit.
Sure.
When I did my play motion, I put him in a suit because I had a hooded version. And I thought he looked so badass that when they did that one, I immediately pre-ordered. This is another one I need for Sugarfoot the Violator.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As soon as
look at this face. That's perfect Sugarfoot right there.
That looks like someone who was very satisfied after they met you in Dry Creek Bed.
Isn't that good? You know what I mean? That's it. That's that fucking face, man.
Yeah. These are my favorite parts of Monster Force. Is like these weird, like for instance, the werewolf. I know I had problems with them, but like these are cool. These like monster looking dudes like Sasquatch and shit like that. I think this is a good idea. It's different. Like it. Yeah, I like different.
I agree. I agree. And what's more different than freaking Rambo Squatch? You know?
And not much, but
that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all in on that.
There he is.
And that's the one you got,
was the
right?
exclusive, yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a courtesy of Woody because he's a gentleman and a scholar, but he got me the Forgotten King, the exclusive from JoeFest last year.
The
and
blue translucent one.
Yeah, I know. I know a lot of times people aren't really big fans of the translucent figures. They don't like that translucent plastic, but I mean the joints were like butter then.
Oh, super smooth.
Yeah. I was very impressed.
Crazy smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted this one pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
And they got this giant buck coming.
Who's that?
Looks freaking sick. This is just it's just a buck. It just comes in like 4 or 5 different colors, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it.
See, I love that.
He's like 8 to 9 inches tall.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Huge.
Yeah.
Really
That's definitely a purchase. That's definitely a pickup just because all the possibilities you can do with them.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you read the Monster Force comics? Are they any good?
I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. All right. I like the
I was going to because I like their story. Like,
yeah, it looks good.
I got to talk to Bill for quite a while before they opened.
Yeah.
I guess the first time I got to meet Bill. You know, I've done work for him in the past, but this is the first time I actually got to meet him and talk to him. So he was telling me some more stuff because I was like, oh, you know, I missed the panel they did. I really wanted to go, but I missed it. And so I was asking, I was like, oh, you know, what did I miss? And so he was kind of telling me, and I was like, oh, dude, that sounds dope. So
amazing.
Skeletons. They're going to bring out skeletons.
So I'm definitely buying those, especially like I said, that's soft good.
This one, this fucking, what is that? GI Joe issue 41. Boom. That's it right there.
That's pretty awesome.
That's that picture again. That picture. All right, so here's some of the new shit.
Oh, what
So
are
these three are Eagle Force. This is some of their 4-inch line that they're
Okay.
converting back over.
Hell yeah.
Captain Eagle, the General, and then this is Mamba Men, which is something from the 1970s. They're like snake people.
Okay.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So those are freaking cool. Those are the Eagle Force. So these are Monster Force. So this is Agent Harker, like Mina Harker,
Okay.
and like a total fucking vampire slaying badass.
And then there was like Little Red Riding Hood, right? I saw.
Yep, they announced her.
Yeah.
So they've got some really cool chicks coming, which, you know,
I just like the monster lore. I think that's so cool. The fact that you would do.
I agree.
Kind of play in this sandbox.
I love it.
Yeah, it's a really cool concept.
I love it. Of course, I went over to Ramen.
Fucking Ramen, this psycho with his fucking tanks and sewer system.
And I took all my tank drivers I made and took them over to his booth and took pictures with his tanks.
Hell yeah. Dude, he is. How is that thing in person? Is that badass or what?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right.
Cool. It doesn't do much for me, but man,
you got to be into the turtles to really want that thing. And
you do, but I mean, look, it's like a raw canvas, it's like a blank canvas, man. Like it doesn't have any dry brush. There's no wash. It's just the pieces, man. Like
yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And then these fucking beauties.
Those did you fuck with them a little bit? How it is? I never fucked with his action figures. Is his action figure?
I bought one from
you
Cotswold. He had one left. He had one Sundowner left.
Okay.
And I took it as partial trade for the figure I did for Michael Charles Hill. So I have fucked with it now. I'm impressed.
Really? Okay.
Those are the smoothest fucking joints.
Wow.
These smooth. Now, granted, it's, an $80 figure.
Yeah.
So, but quality, I'm impressed. But I mean, here you got definitely not Iceman. Definitely not. Right? You got Goose, not Viper, obviously not Maverick, right?
Yeah, and that's not Maverick, no.
Dude, those look fucking sick.
They look real good. Yeah.
Oh my god.
An $80 price tag for an action.
$80, man. That's a lot. That's a tough pill to swallow, dude. And then this from Skeletron. This is Skeletron.
When I saw Skeletron at ZoloCon, and I saw some of these, and I was, man, you want to talk about excited?
They're so badass.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, I didn't get a fucking Robo Skull, obviously, in time. I keep just thinking, like, eventually you'll see one down the road that you'll be able to snatch up. But, like, the figures, I'm definitely going to get down on, because these figures are awesome.
So, for DFW, for JoeFest, they sold out. They sold out of Robo Skulls.
Wow.
Like, halfway through Sunday, maybe a couple hours into Sunday, they were gone. They sold the last one. So that one that he was holding was like the display.
Yeah.
They were sold out. So, but they had a deal for JoeFest that was free shipping on a Robo Skull.
Okay.
And I was like, fuck, I'm gonna do it. Like I was trying to sell Ben the hyena and take a Robo Skull as partial trade.
Yeah.
But I didn't. He got busy. He wasn't over at the booth very much because it's fucking Skeletron. They're slammed busy.
Yeah.
But I ended up ordering one. Like we went to dinner with Skeletron and Marauders. I think that was Saturday night. We went to dinner with them, and had a great time. I talked to Ben about being on Figure It Out, and kind of lined up kind of what we'd want to talk about. And I was sitting there and I was like, I'm gonna get this fucking Robo Skull. And so I'm looking at it, and about the time I was gonna order it, the food came, and I was like, I'm gonna eat first though. Fuck this. So later that day, that night, I put the order in and had one fucking delivered to me for free.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
And they delivered it in the fucking rain, and it sat in the rain all day.
Oh God.
Soaked the shipping carton.
Yeah.
So I had my buddy pick it up, and I was like, will you please open it so we can at least kind of dry out.
Yeah.
Inner contents, totally fine. Just the outer box that was fucked up. Shipping carton, not a big deal.
Yeah,
But,
that's good.
I couldn't pass it up. And then for DFW, they gave, because they weren't there, but they gave Longbow their product. Had product shipped down there.
Yeah.
So they had a deal for DFW that was free shipping over $200. So it didn't even have to be obviously a RoboSkull would get you there, but it didn't even have to be a RoboSkull. You could have
you could have got whatever.
Because their pre-order window was closing. So they were trying to get as much in before it closed. So they had some solid deals outside of show stuff, and I got one without having to drive it to Texas in space that I did not have.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's awesome, man.
But I am super stoked about this figure. It looks so good.
That looks fucking awesome.
So this at JoeFest, we had a little remembering service for Aaron that we lost in January. Lost him to cancer. He battled with it for 8 months, and he lost that battle. And so this is Aaron with Roma Collectibles. He was a big member of the toy community, and so as he was in the hospital, as he was getting treatment, they came out with the concept for this figure for him. So he got to see this before he passed.
Awesome.
So this is a figure that's coming from Skeletron. Obviously, it's the ghost body from the Callsign Longbow with these bear claws, swords, the Yeti mask, and Aaron's head.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So that's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
So that was cool. We had like a little service for him there, and we shared stories, and it was a nice moment.
Yeah, hell yeah. Awesome.
It was really cool. And so yesterday I spent time putting my display back together.
Oh yeah.
So Zach brought me Dr. Fate and Strange here. So I had to reimagine everything, put it all back together so I could get some stuff to fit.
That's nice.
And then I finally got a Hulk. Somebody got a Max, and I swooped in on their 80th and cleaned it up.
Oh, nice, dude.
So I got him. I got Apocalypse this weekend. Zach brought me Warbird, which I was goddamn so excited about. I got
was that the Target exclusive one?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I never saw.
Never me neither. Never came here.
Nope. I got Doctor Strange.
Right
most of these that I picked up, I got from the booth that was right next to me at DFW. I spent a few hundred with that guy too. So I got some good stuff. But I finally have Hulk. A Diamond Select Apocalypse I've been wanting for a while.
He's a big boy, isn't he?
He is. Well, he's on a stand too. But yeah, he is. Okay. He's like 9 inches tall.
He's 9 inches tall. Yeah, he was a big guy.
Him and Colossus are Diamond Select. Now Colossus is standing on the ground.
Yeah.
Apocalypse is on a stand.
It is a nice setup.
Jimmy, nice.
Picked up a RoboSkull at JoeFest. Yeah, he's the company's about to paint it.
I bet he is. What is he doing with it?
He said it right here. I think he said something about let me see. Python Patrol.
Python Patrol, that's what it was.
Python Patrol.
Yep.
9 inches, nails it.
Heyo.
Yeah. Dude, that's sick, man.
So that was pretty.
Can you imagine that like you get these planes and like Gun Bunny? Like I'm always impressed with him that he gets these vehicles and immediately tears them apart to repaint them.
I love it.
Yeah, I love the customizer mindset. Like I'm gonna take this $300 thing and make it $1,000 thing. Like I love.
Yeah, it's like the $6 million man thing, right? Like I can rebuild it. I can make it cooler and stronger, and faster.
Exactly.
And as you're meticulously painting this fucking $400 toy, you're like, no, shit. I love it.
Yeah, it's impressive.
So, so I started filling out your display here. I got Blackheart this weekend.
Nice.
I got him. And so I started building this shelf
with the Marvel Knights, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep. So I got these 4 from the
Tales of Suspense.
No, what is that? What is the name of that book?
That's cool though.
Hearts of Darkness.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hearts of Darkness. Yeah.
Right on.
So I finally got them together, and of course I redid this.
That looks badass, man. Holy shit! Is that the swarm is all the way in the back, right?
Yeah, swarms in the back. You got 3 of the black Praetorians, 2 of the white, 1 of the clear. Jimmy Purvis, thank you so much, dude. So much. I am so happy to have that figure.
Is there a reason why you wanted to clear them?
I love that. I love that. I love that is a clear figure. I think that is aces.
I would see that for me. Aces. That figure would be great. It's like if you like was saying like the Praetorians can cloak and they have like predator effect. That's why I like that clear.
I'm in my mind, if they were more easily available or readily available, I would love to like kit bash it to where it looks like it's phasing.
Yes.
It and the eraser both of them look like swap parts out, so you could do a little bit of paint and blend it, and it looked like they are, becoming clear, like they are phasing.
Yeah, like I said, like a little cloaking technology. That's pretty badass.
That would be freaking sick.
Yeah.
So that would be really badass. So here's the toy haul.
God damn. Yeah, Robo Skull just chilling in the back over there. Dude, that's when you, like I said, this is a good toy show. When you clean up like this,
Now this is both. This is me coming home yesterday.
Yeah, still a hell of a haul.
Yesterday was my first day off, but yeah, this is one hell of a toy haul.
You got somebody asking you if you're going to be in Kentucky. Paul Knapp. He said you're going to be in Kentucky in 2 weeks.
No, I'm not going to be in Kentucky. I need some recovery.
Yeah, man,
I need some recovery.
You put it on a lot, but 2 weekends in a row.
I did.
And then driving from one to the other, right? That's what you did. You drove from one to the other, right? Jeez.
Yeah. And we didn't stay at hotels during the trip. Like, that was a one shot. It was 13 and a half hours from Springfield to Augusta. I did it in 12 and a half.
Yeah.
And then we did a straight shot from Augusta to Ennis, Texas, which was again like 12 hours. And then I think 7 hours home after that. And then 3 hours on top of that to get to my house after I dropped my mom off and got my car. So it was a lot of driving. Plus, show Mikey is exhausting.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly meeting people. Like, it's just it's so much enthusiasm. Like, at the end of the day, you're like, whoa.
It takes a lot out of you.
It does.
I always tell my wife when we go to these things, like, I got to be on. And she's like, what do you mean you got to be on? You got to be on. Like, people expecting, like, Legend series.
Right.
They're not expecting me. So you got to, like, put it on for them. I mean, I'm not saying you're being fake, but what I'm saying is you're just being like, they want to, when they want to meet.
Turned all the way up.
Yeah, they want to meet.
Turned all the way up.
They want to meet the nut job on the YouTube that they see.
You're right. That's who they know.
Yeah. So it's like you got to be on, and then so it's exhausting. I get exactly what you're saying. Show Mikey just wants to sleep.
Fucking for sure, dude. Yeah. White Vegito. Yep, your crate and your camo is right there, my man. Awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stuff's really cool, dude. So here is all like the books and posters and stickers and patches. I got some original artwork.
Hell yeah.
This was all like the randoms. There's a couple of gifts in here. This Alex Ross lunchbox. That was a gift from Eric. Can't remember his last name. See his face. This was all cool. This GI Joe patch apparently is from the actual movie. Joe Declassified handed these out to some of the vendors at JoeFest.
Oh wow.
So that's really cool. This patch from fucking Chad, I've been waiting like 3 years to get this thing. I'm super stoked. That's an actual squadron patch from the military base that he lived on.
Oh yeah.
They call it the Rattler Squadron. I've wanted that patch forever. Suka's DFW trophy. all kinds of shit, all kinds of really neat stuff. And then I got comics.
Of course, you can't not get them, right?
These 5 are very sentimental now because somebody gave them to me, and I've never had a graded comic book. And these other ones are just really fucking cool, and that meant a lot to me. Kind of choked me up.
Oh yeah.
The rest of these were purchases that I just flipping through books and decided to get, but these are special.
That Fantastic Four, does that say 9.8?
Yeah,
That's
crazy high grade.
Yeah. Holy shit. And is that a significant one that it's graded?
I mean, not really. I think it's an Art Adams cover, which is cool. Not super common. I don't know if there's a significance to it, but it has like all of the members that I don't even think at that time were active members. Like Wolverine, I don't think he was Fantastic Four at that time.
Yeah,
because that would have been like late 80s, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's pretty badass. And then I've started getting a bunch of Sergeant Rock and Sergeant Fury, which I probably can't show that because there's certain symbols on that probably get me fucking taken down.
Yeah.
So here is all my weapons.
Yeah, holy shit.
Here's all the stuff I got from Loki. Up here. It's the Mark II design stuff. This is all
Top Fun
Retro. So there you see the missile launcher with effects. Here's a grenade launcher with a grenade.
That's fucking sick.
Random Diorama gave me and Pops this little computer terminal, which is pretty dope.
That looks sick, yeah.
They're really cool. Blake Tarpley gave me this freaking badass Cobra Commander head.
I don't know. Who gave you that radio?
Oh, that was the same guy that gave me that lunch pail, Eric.
Okay.
That was the first thing he gave me. Does
that cassette come out?
Yep.
It does, yeah. I have two.
He was like, I got these from Temu when they were like $3. Yep. Now they're like $8. And I was like, dude, this thing's badass.
Yep. I got 3 of those from Temu when they were $3. Yep.
It's a cool piece, dude.
It's a cool. And the fact that the little tape comes out blew my mind.
And I mean, like you can switch, like you can move like the gains,
like little things,
and stuff.
Little knobs and stuff. Yeah,
badass.
Yeah, it was an impressive little thing for a couple bucks.
Yeah, super freaking cool.
Buddy, you cleaned up, man.
I did a
good job. Oh yeah.
This is from Jeff Wheat down here. Well, the Gridiron stuff is also from Jeff Wheat, except for this one. That's the fridge kit from Gridiron. I bought this one at JoeFest.
Yeah.
And then Woody brought me one to do his.
Oh, okay.
So I have 2 of these now for a temporary time. But yeah, Jeff Wheat gave me the rest of this awesome stuff. So I got this Gibson Les Paul and an amp, which is pretty cool. You know,
dude,
that's some cool stuff there. And this is the DFW setup.
DFW setup, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, because I saw when Max was walking around, he ran into your table. I was like, there they are.
Yep.
Because it was a Friday. Savage Land was walking around. Or it was a Saturday morning, I'm not sure. And I'm like, yo, go to JMK. And he's like, oh, I'm going to find him now. Then he eventually found you. And I was just like, good, man. I was like, because he was talking about custom figures. He was talking to somebody about custom figures. I was like, go to JMK. What are you doing? I was like, let's go talk to him. I was like, he does that stuff. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go find him now. And then I saw him at your booth. And I was like, I hope he talked to you, because there was a figure he was talking about getting customized. And everybody in the room was like, yo, go to Mikey. Go to JMK. Go to JMK. He's like, all right, I'm going now.
So Savage was at both shows, because I talked to him at JoeFest.
Yeah, he went to DFW too?
Oh, is that what you were talking about, JoeFest?
JoeFest, yeah, I'm talking about.
Okay, I was like, I don't remember him in DFW. I remember talking to him at JoeFest.
No, at JoeFest. That
was the first time we got to talk.
Yeah, he was live streaming at JoeFest. He was on the floor at JoeFest. He was live streaming. I was like, "Yo, go to JMK." He on this live stream. He was talking about custom figures or some shit, and that's when I said it. And then like 3 other people after me were like, "No, yeah, go to JMK." And he's like, "I'm gonna find him." Yeah. He's like, "Let me go find him." Yeah.
You guys are the best.
But yeah, man, that was sick, dude. Like I said, I don't know which one looked more fun, but like, you see all these pictures and you think to yourself, like, "Fuck, man, it's hard to tell which one was more fun than the other."
It is. I mean, it's especially because that's a better question for people that just go as spectators and buyers.
Yeah.
Like as a vendor, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
And as a vendor, I can say I had more fun at DFW, but I had a good time at JoeFest too. But DFW was like, DFW is my people, and JoeFest is like my dad and Troy's people. Like those are their guys.
Okay.
I love them. They're family.
Yeah.
And I love getting to talk to them. And there was a significant amount of my people at JoeFest that I got to,
meet and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to change that a little bit. Like I got to make JoeFest a little more mine than it used to be.
Yeah.
So that was rad. Yeah.
How was the food here? What place was this?
This was PF Chang's. This was a late night dinner with Ninja and the girls and Blake and Duarte and the translucent one. And this is a Raging Spoon here.
Fucking segue. He segued you right into fucking PF Chang's, didn't he?
He did. He did. A segueing son of a bitch. We had a good time. Zach kept talking with like an Asian accent, like he was doing like an imitation. It's a wonder we didn't get kicked out.
Yeah.
All right, that was actually me. That wasn't Zach.
Although that's the most American Chinese food place that you could be in.
It really was. It really was. And that's how much food I didn't eat. Like the proportions were crazy.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of food on that plate.
The bill reflected it, but the proportions were crazy.
Were there like drinks to be had? Is that why the bill went up, or was it just the food?
I had one cocktail.
Okay, so then there's no excuse for that. Then it's just
maybe I had 2 cocktails. That was it though.
Okay,
but it was like $60.
Jesus,
it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, that's a little pricey for some Chinese food.
Yeah, too much.
There's Chadsworth. Nice to see you too.
This is the Chatty McChatterson.
Chad seemed like he was having a good time. He texted me this morning because he has to send me his theme song, and I said, "Hopefully, he had a good time." He's had a blast, man. I was like, "Good, bud. It's good to
yeah."
Yeah. This is Vishay. Yeah, Vishay.
Yep. Got to talk to them about a project coming up. I always loved getting to talk to them. They're wonderful people.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This was Monday morning.
Okay.
So Vishay, Brad Davenport, who also lives in Springfield or near Springfield. So he's pretty awesome. Suka as Jacob, Real, and Chimpan Chad.
Yeah.
And then me and Pops.
So anybody ride back with you, or was it just you and your mom? Or you and your pop?
So we had 2 vehicles. So mom rode with me and my grandma rode with my dad.
Okay. That's you, Chicane, and Quentin. Is that who that is?
Yep. This was the first night. It was just us hanging out, and Jordan from Valaverse was hanging out with us for quite a while that night.
That's the bald dude, right?
Yeah.
Does the
behind the scenes guy.
Yeah.
And
that's it. Yeah.
Yep, you know that one. That one. Got to meet that dude.
He went to both.
Embargo.
Yeah, Embargo, right?
Embargo showed up. That was awesome. This is a Slade on Slade.
Okay.
His lovely wife. Got to see them. Suka. Jacob. He's got kind of like the baby pooping face there thing.
He really does.
I don't know what he's doing there.
He looks just very happy to be here. That's what it is.
He was, man. He had a freaking awesome time.
Yeah, man. That's all you can ask for.
He brought some really, really special stuff for a few of us, and that was really amazing.
Now, is that your circle right there? The people we saw? Is that, I would assume, like that little?
I was a big part of the circle, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's good to see, man. Let's listen.
Definitely not. Jeepers.
Wow.
We had a good night. It was a late one. We had fun.
Yeah. He's like, this son of a bitch.
Lawrence has that picture.
You're gonna sit here and tell me you had better time at DFW?
You piece of shit.
Yeah, you fuck.
We welcomed you with open arms. We were down there with the Aussies, and they were teaching us different ways to say the C word and different adjectives to use with it to make it different. And
Yeah.
Tony and I got a real lesson on Southern Hemisphere swearing.
Next time you go there, they're gonna go, well. Look who's got his
if
time.
It isn't Mr. DFW. Yeah.
You got a lot of nerve showing your face around here.
Yeah. You make me sick, you yellow bastard.
You son of a bitch.
You scumbag.
When you walk in, they last name you. Like you walk in, you go Kukovic.
Yeah.
You go, hi guys.
I hope when they see me, they do like a Predator thing with Dylan.
Yeah.
It's like everybody thinks they're gonna fight. Like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. The CIA's got you pushing too many pencils, doesn't it? Oh my god. Tristan, you swear a lot.
Boy, you do.
I swear
You do.
way too much. I think that might be
yeah,
the problem.
same.
With it. Might be some of the reason why people don't watch my content. Maybe I dropped the F-bomb a little too much. But you know what?
I really don't think that's it with our crowd.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to stop now. I'm stuck in my ways.
It's part of you, man. Like it is what it is.
At this point, it's just, it's a foregone conclusion that at some point or other, you're going to hear me say the F word.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
It's going to happen.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's a part of my whole family's vernacular. We just say it like, it's like breathe. You ever see Spider-Man No Way Home when they ask him, how does he make the web? And he goes, I can't explain it. It's like breathing. Like I can't explain breathing to you. I just do it. Yeah. It's like, that's how it is. Like, I just,
I 100% agree because I feel the exact same way. Because I've grown up swearing. Like, it's always been a part of my life.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like, I would swear and, I was told I couldn't say that. So it was like forbidden. But like, I was always learning how to use words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
They tried that shit.
I'm going to drop that shit.
They tried that shit. My parents tried that shit with me for a little bit. And then I said, man, you say it more than we do. Like,
right.
My father, he's like, you say it more than anybody else I've ever known in my life. I was like, so
yeah.
If you're numb to it by now, then you need to just be numb to it. Everybody should be able to say it.
Yeah.
That's why I am. I'm like, you can't turn around to me and say, don't fucking curse. That's what that's what I was told by them. And I'm like, wait a minute, you just cursed.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I couldn't say I could say crap, but I couldn't say suck.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't say like, this sucks. Like, hey, watch your mouth. You're like,
the only word that was off limits, and I guess because it was off limits when I was a kid, I say it a lot now, is the see you next Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
I say that a lot.
Yeah.
And my wife now says it more than I do. So I rubbed off on her. And here's the thing too, my wife doesn't curse. Like, she doesn't say the F word. The only time she does it is if she's like really angry. She never really, so like when she first came in to like this family, she was like, yeah, you guys say the F word a lot. And I was just like, yeah, you're going to get used to it. Eventually you'll just get numb to it.
Fucking right, we do.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, man. It's like breathing. It's just a part of our vernacular. We just, it's how we express ourselves.
Yeah, it's second nature. Like it's not a conscientious thing. It's just it's part of you.
I started.
There are times where I try to clean it up a little bit.
You try,
there are
but
times when I'm like, oh, I need to be more. Be careful. Yeah. Try not to do that.
The only time I kind of clean it up is when I see like children around.
That's pretty much it.
Where I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna have a fucking truck driver mouth in front of these kids. I'll try to clean it up a bit.
And honestly, like if I'm like on YouTube, I try to be a little conscientious of it, just so I don't string like 8 of them together and get like a super combo amplifier.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, like I try to rein it in a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's such a part of me. Like it's difficult. Like if I were to go to like a church function, I would have to like focus on it like constantly, like not speak quickly, think of sentences before saying them.
Yeah.
Like you really got to plan it out. So you'd be like, oh man, who made this fucking pie? It's fucking dynamite. And just be like, hey, what are you doing? And just be like, God damn, that's a good piece of meat. Like you just can't do that because you're gonna give some of these old blue hairs the fucking heart attack they've been waiting on.
Dude, I've gotten into the habit of using fuck as in like like I say like you fuck. Like I say things like that to people, like or like for like Felix, for instance, he'll say something. I'd be like, "You slimy fuck," like that kind of stuff. It's become like it's that the thing. And my wife, she's waving over here because she said something. She got a little dirty in your chat. She said the other time she said the F word is when.
You know.
She knows. She's over there thinking about wanting to say it again, don't you? Huh?
Oh yeah. She's gonna try to top it now. She's gonna say something extra dirty.
Oh, she's something else over there. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. It's nice to know that everybody in this chat is okay with the cursing. So I'm gonna hold you all to that because, like I said, there are times where you sit there and scratch your head and be like, is it me? Is it my potty mouth that turns people off? Or is it, maybe they just...
I don't think there's that many people modern day that...
They get offended by that kind of stuff, right?
Like we're pretty desensitized as a civilization. Like the time where that was like a jarring thing to hear somebody say fuck in public, they're long gone. Like
that's damn true.
Yeah, you gotta do something really outlandish to get a rise out of people.
Yeah,
I mean, some people I think just fall out of what they like. Their opinions change.
Mm-hmm.
The usual stuff. Like, I mean, how many people can you say you've been watching and then you've just been like, I'm not enjoying this anymore. They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't do anything different. You just this isn't for me.
Yeah, you grow out of it. It's like
yeah.
That happened,
especially with toy stuff, because you're always most of the time you're listening to people that are talking about the same thing, and you're like, okay, I don't need to hear 6 people's opinion on this toy. Like, I'm gonna have 1 or 2 people that I value their opinion because it's similar to mine, and I can assimilate with it. I don't need 8 different people to tell me that the Hulk has plastic tits. I know Hulk has plastic tits.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Like, there's
just some people I like their format. Like I like Jerk's format. I like Gaines' format. And I listen to them less for the toys and more for the entertainment. And I'm sure that's how people feel about us. Like,
oh, dude, I
like it when he talks about comic books, but shut the fuck up about music, like
Well, to be quite honest with you, I know for a fact that pushed most of the toy people away from my channel was the wrestling shit. I'm not stupid. Like a lot of people just aren't into it. I get it.
I mean, that's how I was. I was like that. Like the wrestling stuff doesn't have anything for me.
Yeah.
Until you started doing LSWA, and that I get enjoyment out of.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, most of the time, it's because you look like you're having such a good time that it makes it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like you get into it, and that brings people into it. It's like anything. Like you see somebody having a good time, something they're passionate about. It makes you more interested.
Yeah.
Whereas if somebody's talking about something they hate, I'm tuning out, man. Like I got my own shit I hate. I don't need yours too.
No, I can't do that.
I get it. You're sour and you're completely entitled to that, as well as I. But I don't want to listen to it. You know what I mean? Like,
a lot of times, nobody wants to listen to it. So when you're sour about something, you should keep that shit to yourself because you're sour. Like you just said, just because you're sour doesn't mean I'm sour. And now, by you being sour, you have now soured people on you because you sound like the complainer. You sound like the one who was trying to start an issue here that no one else has but you. So it's your issue.
Right.
So it should just be your issue and nobody else's. That's what I was
and
talking
again,
about.
if that's your bag, like if that's your thing, is you You voice all of your opinions. That's great, dude. It's the internet.
Yeah.
That's what it's fucking for.
Yeah.
Just don't be shocked when I don't want to listen to it.
When I don't watch at all.
Right.
Because that's usually what happens, yeah. But that's why I always play pretend on my channel. My channel is literally the land of make-believe. That's literally how I look at my channel. My channel is I play with toys and I film it like it's a movie, right? We fake drive trucks and taxis. But we're all professional wrestlers now. Everybody in this channel, everybody is a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
It's some form of fashion now. If you're a member of my channel, so I'm still looking. I'm going to be a police officer soon because I'm going to download the police officer simulator. So we're going to be doing that ridiculousness next.
Awesome.
And like I love, and I know you can agree with this, the creativity that toys bring to us, like the ability to customize and make something else, whether it's a diorama, another action figure, a custom vehicle, whatever it is. The fact that we could take what we have and build around it, that to me is the best part of this toy space. And that's what the whole channel, that's how it started, was by making like stuff. It was like the freshly baked props part of my channel, which was really how the channel started in the fucking first place. But that'll always be a major part of my channel, is just like,
for sure,
building stuff for toys. Like you said, there's 7 or 8, 10 to 10 people that all do the same format every week about what's coming out and what you should like and what we don't like and blah, blah, blah. And like you said, you're going to fuck with the ones that bring you the most entertainment. So the ones that you find the most entertaining are obviously the ones you're going to watch constantly and then get behind their opinions.
It ends up being less about content and more about the delivery.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's just like, and I mean, that could be said about a lot of things, like just comedy, right?
Everything.
You could have great jokes, but if your delivery's trash, not funny.
It's not going to work. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Not funny.
Yeah.
You could have really shitty jokes, but you could have great delivery, great timing. That's going to be more enjoyable for me.
There's quite a few people that have made that format work.
Yeah. That ain't no shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's an absolute
100%. Like I think that's just part of it. And us as content creators, like, it's something that we just have to be conscientious of. Like, we're gonna lose people from time to time.
I always look at it like you said that the common ground is toys, but everybody who has a channel, if you're like into this content creation shit, you just got to bring something different.
Yes.
Because like I said, everybody's going to bring toys. So what is the one thing that you do that no one else does? Like, what is the one thing that sets you apart from the 17 other toy channels?
Right.
I mean, for Christ's sake, they're making a convention about it now. Toy Tuber Expo, right? And it's because all these toy tubers have something different they bring to the table. And that's why everybody
sets them apart.
Exactly. So as long as
which is what we're all told we have to have. We have to have something that is unique to us. Like, you come to us for this. Whatever that is.
It's funny because in order to fit in, you have to stand out. So like, in order to fit into this group and get invited to all this, you have to stand out enough to be entertaining enough for people to be like, yo, that guy's his channel is awesome. You got to check it out. It's so entertaining. Like, that's how it works. Like, I know a lot of people, we all want to fit in. Like, I know I'm not just speaking for me. I'm speaking for most of the people who come to this space. We all want to belong.
Typically human nature. Like,
we all want to belong to a group.
We want to be accepted. Right?
But unfortunately, and this has a lot to do with wrestling. I was told this: in order to fit in, you have to be unique. You have to be different. You can't be the same as everybody else, because then it's just like, well, I don't want to hang out with me. I know what I'm about. I know what I like. I don't want to fucking hang out with another me. I need someone with a different opinion. That's how conversations start. That's how discussions begin, like by having differences of opinions and shit like that. Like, that's, and again, another thing too is, just because we all right, good. Felix just told me he made it safe to Michigan. Good.
Good man.
Yeah, he's wrestling for the next 5 days at like a festival. Yeah, like multiple times a day too, like twice a day.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Doing the Vegas tour.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But like I said, man, it's just about being unique, being fucking entertaining. And, and I think a lot of times that gets lost in translation. And that's for all facets, not just YouTube content creators. Like you said, stand-up comics deal with the same thing. Professional wrestlers deal with the same thing. Musicians, I assume, deal with the same. Like everybody who's in entertainment, I'm assuming deals with the same pitfalls and shit like that. But everybody who I've gotten into, whether it's their channels, become friends with them, not any of yous are the same. You all have a unique personality. You all have something completely different that sets you apart from the next person. You understand? And that to me is that's what I look for. Like the standout, what makes you different from everybody else? Like what's going to be like, at least when I'm looking for content, like if I'm looking for something to ingest, I want to, and again, you know this because you work on projects and shit like that. And you just put something off in the background and just let it play. Oh, yeah. And even though it's just background noise, you still want it to be somewhat entertaining so that every now and again you can chuckle along with it. You can laugh with them and get what the fuck they're saying, because in some way, form of fashion, even though your mind is focused on the project, you're still ingesting what the fuck is going on that screen. So if it's boring, within 5 minutes, you're going to be bored to tears because your mind is not active. It's just sitting there now focused on the project because you've now tuned out that shit because it's bored.
Tuned it out. Exactly.
And you're like, what the fuck? And then you wind up changing it. Whereas if you're entertaining, you're entertaining. That fucking live stream or podcast or episode, whatever it is, the person, whatever they're doing, will make sure that they're listening or paying attention enough to catch what you're saying. That's how I believe. I mean, I
agree.
But
I know that makes sense to me. It sounds logical to me.
From the hood, gimmick secured.
Got Woody here,
buddy. That is a fact. Woody, you are one unique cat. There's
you sure are, bud.
That's one of one, son. They ain't gonna make another one,
Nope. No, that mold's long gone, bud.
Yeah, that one.
That's all you.
That mold shattered when you came into this earth, bud. And that's what's good though. But that's what sets you apart from everybody else. That's why people fuck with you. Because you're not fucking boring. It's the same thing with you, dude. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and blow smoke up your ass because I'm on your show, but it's like you're entertaining, you're funny. You do voices, you like to be silly. That's one thing I always tell people. I always tell wrestling that, like, be a silly ass. Because that's what people like. They like that you don't take yourself seriously. If you take yourself too seriously, then that's when people turn around and tend to go like, like, I don't really want to fuck with this guy. He takes himself too seriously, takes this too seriously, Yeah. Always know that if you can laugh at yourself, then for one, no one can hurt you because you're able to laugh at yourself, but also other people can kind of be like, you know what? I like this dude. He's willing to be silly and laugh at himself. He doesn't take himself too seriously. He's down to earth. That's what they say. He's down to earth, right? It's when you don't take yourself that seriously.
Yeah, when you can just have a good time.
Yeah.
And I mean, even folks that have a good time, like you get in your feels sometimes. Sometimes stuff hits close to home,
Yeah.
But overall, you're having a good time. You're enjoying it. And if you're having a good time, then the people watching you are having a good time.
That's how it sounds. Like you just said, you're not in a wrestling, but
want to watch it. Like that's what made me stick with you. Like,
yeah.
I loved your interviews. They're fucking terrific interviews. You do a great job with that shit. It was genuinely interesting. You asked good questions. I learned something. I got to meet a lot of people with you doing that.
Yeah.
And that made me look into it. And then I was like, what else does he do? And I'm watching like, this guy's a fucking goofball. I love this shit. And that's what made me stick around, is because you're having a good time. The people around you are having a good time. Our chat has a good time.
That's what it's about, dude. You just want to laugh. Because the one thing you don't want is for this to feel like work. And a lot of times that kind of tends to happen when you don't feel that. Like you just said, the chat is laughing along with you. You feel the organic, the organic of the laughs and shit like that. And that's what it's just like, all right, this is fun. I'm having fun.
But the environment.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but there's many one of the many mysteries of the world, right? How to be entertaining, how to be, how to catch the people, the audience, the hook.
It's true. It's true. I mean, most of us, it's something that we had from early on, and it just kind of followed us, like a lot of us were probably class clowns and probably got a lot of ISSS for just, disturbing other children and distracting
sure.
people.
Yeah, for sure.
That was my entire adolescence. Parent teacher conferences where they're like, "Yep, these people think he's really funny. Like he's pissing me off, but the kids like him. I had to build a brick wall around him so he'd shut the fuck up for an hour.
Yeah.
Like that was always what it was. Like And as I got older, I was the fat kid. Like you had to survive, man. Kids are cruel,
Gotta be funny. When you're fat, you gotta be funny.
You either play football and you learn to hit really hard, or you learn to make people laugh and want to be around you. And then when somebody's like, "Oh, that fat guy," and they're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Hey, he's funny. Shut up.
What do you got?
Yeah. What do you bring to the table, asshole?
Yeah.
You dick.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Dumbass dickbag.
You fuck.
Yeah. Bring something to the table, you piece of shit.
But that's it, right? Like, I mean, even then we didn't know it, but you had to have a gimmick. Like Gaines talks about, being one of the only guys that could beat Mike Tyson in Punch Out. That's a gimmick. Like that's that thing you offered that people were like, "Dude, he beat Mike Tyson."
Yeah. And in Punch Out though. Oh, yeah. I mean, he couldn't really punch Mike Tyson out.
Well, that remains to be seen because we haven't lined it up
yet. Imagine if he beat Mike Tyson in Punch Out for real, and Mike Tyson's like, "I don't like this. We got to fight now."
He said they could beat my ass. I think he's mistaken.
Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to fight you right now. Okay, I'm going to bite you. I'm going to hurt you real bad.
Hurt you real bad. I'm going to break your leg off. I'm going to jam it up your ass.
Yeah, Toy Games. I'm going to fuck you till you love me. You understand? And then I'm going to
tell you something, Angelo. You're gonna eat Jello through your butthole.
Angelo, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna get real ugly, real fast.
It's gonna be a fucking massacre.
Your wife's not gonna recognize you when I'm done. I swear.
The kid's gonna cry when they see what I done to you. Yeah, for real.
They're gonna say to their mommy, "Is this Angelo? I can't tell."
Your parents are gonna be like, "Oh my God, is that Angelo?" But they won't be able to tell without the dental records.
We have to. Yeah, they're gonna ask themselves. We're gonna have to take him to the dentist because they're gonna have to make sure it's you. That's how bad I'm gonna beat you.
They won't know it's you.
Shout out to Toy Games. It's good.
Hey, yeah, use in the chat. Use tell Angelo's we was asking about him. Huh? You tell him we send our regards. You tell him Tony's and Paulie Pepperjack said, "How you doing?
How you doing? It's good to see you. We miss you there, Toy Games." Yeah. You tell Angelo we miss that wacky bastard.
You cookie fuck.
Gee, what did Gaines do to deserve that? He beat me in Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Nobody beats me in my own game.
Nobody beats me. That's my game. I'm the winner. not Toy Games.
That's my game. Nobody beats me. It's named after me.
Angelo.
Let me tell you something. If I could tell you how many times I wanted to break a Nintendo remote because of Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
That's why you champion around somebody that can beat Mike Tyson. He's your hero.
Yeah, for real. That's
like you're holding out for a hero, like Footloose style. Angelo's that man.
Gaines is like, don't worry, I got you. You can live vicariously through me. You don't have to be angry anymore. I will beat it for you. You're like, yeah,
people's champion.
Exactly.
The people's champion. Oh, my hero.
We rally behind him. We chose you, Gaines.
Yeah. All the kids were running behind him, like when Rocky's doing his running montage. The kids are just riding their bikes behind him. It's like, yeah. They're
running by him. They're running behind him with Nintendo remotes. Like, yeah,
I am high now. Yeah, it's fucking.
Oh my God.
That's exactly what happened. And if it didn't, I don't want to know about it.
It's it. Yeah, that's the gimmick, though.
That's the gimmick, man. Some kids have hot moms. That's your gimmick.
That's your gimmick.
Some people have the newest, coolest shit. That's your gimmick.
I've known quite a few of those fucks. They always get the new thing, and they're like, "I got this. Shit. Take it out." And you're like, "Shut up."
We had family friends, and they always had the newest shit.
Yeah.
But they were super cool. Like they'd be like, we go, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go see Aunt Connie," and be like, "Oh, right on." We go over there, and they were like the first people that had like PS2s and the
Mhm.
original Xbox, and like there was like a summer I spent a couple weeks over there, and the kids were all gone. So I just got my reign of the Xbox, and they had like the biggest TV I'd ever seen.
Fucking A.
And I'm over there fucking playing the Matrix video game on fucking Xbox, and it's blowing my mind. And
Yeah, fuck,
I didn't need a fucking memory card, and it was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, this is so cool.
God,
They
remember
were
those
awesome.
days? Fucking
So-
memory cards.
Sucked.
I know.
Sucked.
God damn, I forgot about those.
You go to
days.
save a game, and it was like not enough space. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 32 gig
fucking-
memory card.
Yeah, you got like fucking 12 games, three different players on each one, you know, and you're like, what do I delete?
You're like, come on, no. And
Can't
fuck
tell
buying
kids
another
with
one
that
because
shit.
it was like $100 for another memory card. At
Yeah,
that
you
time.
couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't
unless
do
you
it.
bought one of those Mad Cats, right? The Mad Cats knockoff, the $20.
You can't buy the Mad Cat stuff.
No,
People would make
no.
fun of you.
yeah, exactly. Like you got Mad Cats remote. How much you
Is that a
spending?
Mad Cats?
Yeah.
Is that a Mad Cat? You know you're such a pussy. It's a translucent purple. They're so gay.
I'll tell you though, I don't know if it was Mad Cats or Logitech was that remote that I smashed to a million pieces. That fan remote. It was like a secondhand one. So, but
That's
goodness
not so
me,
bad. I definitely fucked up a couple of those really cheap remotes.
those Mad Cats remotes, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know why? Because you broke once. You're like, well, at least I know it's only $20. I'll just go grab another one.
Sure.
You know, but for the most cases, that's why I only stick to RPGs now, bud. Because the sports games is what did it for me.
That's what I brought. It was fucking
Yeah.
Madden. It was a
Yeah,
fucking
Madden.
Bogus pass interference, no call.
Yeah, Madden and
Like-
for me it was 2K, NBA and MLB. Not so much MLB because once you get the timing of pitching in MLB, you can literally hit home runs every single fucking time. It all depends on just the timing on MLB. But basketball, oh my God, if I could tell you how many times I got fucking angry wondered, I'm like, I'm playing with Michael Jordan. How is he missing? You're screaming.
Yeah, it was either Madden because I didn't play other sports games. It was always-
Yeah, Madden. No, but Madden
it was
is
either Madden or a fighting game.
yeah, Madden is public enemy
Tekken-
number one.
Tekken pushed me pretty fucking far
I
because
bet.
I am terrible at arcade fighting games.
Oof.
I can't remember combos.
Yeah,
I'm a
same
button
here.
masher.
Yeah, same here.
Always was.
Yeah.
So I'd have like the fucking jacket opened up to see the combos, and he'd be like down up, beep, 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 beep. You know, you'd fucking be mashing it out, and they'd just be like, and you just be like, fuck, you know.
That's happened to me so many times with Street Fighter. Where I'm like, you
I
understand?
remember there was one time I was literally screaming at the
Yeah.
TV, and my mom was like, Jesus Christ, it's a video game. Calm down.
Yeah.
I'm like fucking 10, just you know,
Yeah, his fucking face is
fucking
bright red.
meltdown.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
If I just had marijuana back then, just go. I'm gonna go smoke for a second. I'll come back to this.
Oh my
Piece of
God.
shit game.
I wish I'd have gotten secondhand high from my parents. Neither
Yeah.
one of them smoked.
If I could just tell you, what was your game that you played to calm down? So it had to be because I always had the one game where if it was like Madden was like going to drive me up a fucking wall, I would just play. It was a game called The Mark of Cree. It was like a hack and slash game. And it was a game that I always played just to kind of level out because I knew that I could immediately was good at it. So I wasn't going to be frustrated. And I didn't have to fucking worry about breaking a remote.
I honestly don't think I had that game.
Oh, so I say, yeah, you always got to have that game that you could just shut off the other one. And
I
turn
don't
on.
remember ever being like actually good at a video game. Like the only reason I played Madden is because I could go all Madden, and you know every member on the team that I made up was like 99.
Okay.
And I would still lose because
Yeah, 'cause you have it on all Madden.
yeah, like I could still lose.
Yeah.
But I was not. Yeah, I don't think I was good at any game. No game brought me peace. It was just various waves of frustration.
And you know what?
Pretty embarrassing.
What other game I used to love to play, but I never beat till this day? Road Rash. You remember Road Rash? The motorcycle game? You don't remember Road Rash? Oh, God, dude. I highly recommend that. Anybody who played Road Rash will tell you how great that game was. Now, they had it for Sega Genesis, which I had, and then they had it for PlayStation. I don't know if it was PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. And that one was cool because it had actual music. So the one for PlayStation had like a Soundgarden was on it, and there was a bunch of other like musicians on it. Road Rash, if you like motorcycle racing, that was probably the best motorcycle racing game I've ever played. Like it's for Sega Genesis and PlayStation. There's never been since as good a motorcycle game as that, and I don't think they've ever made one. Yeah, Road Rash was a great game.
Huh.
I can attest to this too, Gun Bunny, because my brother used to beat my ass in sports games. He used to piss me off.
So that figure for me. That was my Uncle Jake. So he was my dad's baby brother, and he was right in the middle, age-wise, of me and my father. So he was like his younger brother and my older brother at times. And he would bait me into playing a game that he could beat the fucking shit out of me, and it was always Madden. And I did not get the better of him until I was probably 13.
Let me ask you this: what was your greatest Madden play of all time?
It was probably that one where I beat my Uncle Jake.
Yeah.
And it was like a fucking 60-yard Hail Mary.
Fucking right on, dude.
And I got it wide open in the end zone, and he was fucking furious.
Yeah.
He never played me again.
Yeah, there's something
he angry quit and everything, and I was like, fuck
there's something about Madden. It just brings out the absolute worst in you. It just brings out the absolute word, that competitive, whatever the fuck it is. It just brings out the worst in people.
The worst.
Yeah, because I remember I was playing with my friend Dan, and he was up by a touchdown. I'm sorry, he was up by a field goal with literally no time on the clock. There was like 3 seconds left, and he was just supposed to kick the ball off to me. Okay, and that was going to be. He thought it was done, right? He was like, "Oh, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to kick this ball off, and we'll just tap." I ran this ball back, bro. I have never seen a meltdown by another human being like I saw this on this night when I scored this touchdown, and I laughed, and I turned and looked. By the time I went like this, and I went like this, the remote was already being like, it was already smashing to pieces. Like that's it was crazy, and I was just like, holy shit! I was like, dude, you all right? He's like, this is Focal Boy. I was screaming.
That was my Uncle Jake.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think we can play this anymore. I was like, this is bringing out the worst in us. Yeah, I was like, this ain't good. We can't play this. Like, it just like, because then you would get to the point where you'd start to like rub shit in, which I don't like. I don't like when people rub shit in. Like I played this other guy where he would score a touchdown, and then he would go to the replay to show you how he scored the touchdown.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And that's like I said, that's when the fights happen. That's when you want to take the remote and shove it up his ass. Like you're like, you motherfucker, you kidding me right now? You sitting in my house? You're eating my food. You're scoring touchdowns on me, and now you need me to rewatch. Yeah, and now you want me to rewatch it? Like
you want to fuck on me?
Yeah, it's just fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, he was as bad of a winner as he was a loser.
A loser, yep. Those are the worst.
Every time he scored, he was up dancing, like thrusting at you, and he was the fucking worst. So shutting him down was fucking gold.
Yeah, when you had to shut somebody up, you feel good. That happened. That happened one time because I got really good at the wrestling games, obviously. And the one for N64, No Mercy at the time that's the only game I played, like all the time, 7 days a week for hours at a time. So one time, my brother and his friends are playing it, and this one kid is just kicking the shit out of everybody, and he's just sitting in that chair laughing his ass off because he is just wiping the floor with these people. And I was sitting behind my brother like this, and I just tapped him on the shoulder, and I just said, and he handed me the remote. Didn't tell the guy, just handed me the remote, and I literally blocked every single move he tried to do, and I just wiped the floor with him. And he got so fucking mad. And he goes, "What the fuck?" And he looked, and everybody's standing there laughing because I'm holding the remote, and I just kicked the shit out of him because I'm like, you shouldn't talk shit because there's always somebody in this room that will beat the fuck out of you. Like
there's always a bigger fish.
There's always somebody who plays the game.
Fish.
Yeah. Who's not telling you they play the game. They're just sitting there quietly in the back on. I'm not going to go down this road with you people.
Yeah.
And that's what. And that was one of the funniest moments I've ever done. Like when I just quietly, my brother was so angry, and I just tapped him on the shoulder. I went, just hand me the remote. Let me shut this dummy up real quick. Yeah, it was real funny. Real fun. But like I said, when you play with your friends 7 days a week, like I said, and they block everything, so you got to get good with the timing, so you can be able to beat them. It's like Madden too. Like you got to just be able to. Oh, my defense has got to be good. I got to be able to shut you down. I don't know what you're gonna do. Like, because some players, they run every first down. At least you got to make sure you got to stop that. You got to. As crazy as it is, it's a fucking video game, but there's still a coaching strategic edge you have to have.
The poker aspect of it is still there. You still have to read your opponent.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
he can be the best, but he's going to have a weakness.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Or the team he picks is going to have a weakness. You just have to find the weakness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like me, like when I was playing, like back then, like I played horrible defense. Where I got to be like in recent years, like defense I have more fun with than I do offense, because now it's easier to take control of a defensive player and run a blitz or run man-on-man coverage. It's more fun now than it used to be. Defense used to be really shitty, whereas you were just defense, like your defense,
zone defense. That's usually what I used to do back then, because like you said,
but now you can dial it in so much.
Yeah, it's scary.
Now it's fun. Now it's interactive.
Yeah,
and you can get a leg up on somebody. If you find that seam in the O line, you can split that shit. You can get the fumbles, and
the hit stick. They still have the hit stick. Remember the hit stick?
I don't know if they still do. I don't think I've played Madden in probably 3 years.
Fuck, man, I used to love the hit stick. When you get in and you get that open shot,
oh my god!
Level of people.
Nothing makes you feel better. You can throw 100-yard touchdown. It does not feel as good as a fucking pancake hit stick.
Nope.
That is the best.
When you can hit stick a sack, when you get through, right, you get through the line and you just hit the quarterback with everything you have.
Boom, dude. Oh, the only thing slightly better is burning somebody on a turn as you're going on a break, especially like a punt return. If you can spin move out of the block that would stop you.
When this guy kicked the ball off to me, right? He had a whole wave of fucking guys coming at me, and I did that little juke move, and the guy fell, and you just see the whole field just wide open, and my eyes just lit up, and I just went. I took off, and then I did that spin move, and he lost. Like when you make them look stupid. Like when they take control of the player and they try to hit you with that stick, and you just do a juke move, a spin move, and you see the player just go flying out of bounds.
So good.
That's
the only thing that is even close to hitting somebody a hit stick like perfectly is the getting out of a different hit stick.
When you
making them fucking whiff on your ass is fucking great.
Fucking A, man. That's one of the reasons why I stay away from Madden. It's
all the stuff you just
said. That leads to fights.
Like I said, it's not something I do anymore. The last time I did it was probably that was probably 18, maybe 19. It probably would have been 20 because the Chiefs were Super Bowl champs at the time because they had Patrick and they had Kelsey.
Yeah.
So it was probably 20 was probably the last Madden that I played.
You played, yeah. I haven't played Madden in years. Like I'm talking like years.
Well, it's like fucking, it's crazy. Now it's crazy expensive. Like, I don't know why for Madden they don't just make it a season pass.
Yeah.
And as DLCs come up, you just update your roster until the new one comes out.
Dude, I have said that since the inception of the ability to download updates for the games.
Sports games should be the trailblazing thing for just having this is your pass. You guys pay for Madden, a yearly membership, and you always have up-to-date rosters. You've always got the up-to-date everything, right? Like that makes sense to me. Why would they not do that? I don't get it.
And you never will, because they want more money out of you. It's just easier to make you buy a whole new fucking video game than to download a $40 update or whatever it is that they could do. Because I'm sure they could do that by now. Because there are games that have been out for years that still have updates coming out for them. So you could easily do that. They want you to go and buy the next, Madden 25, Madden 26. That's because nothing like the graphics don't change, the gameplay don't.
No, it's like once every 10 to 12 years you
Yeah,
get like an
everything
actual
stays the same.
innovation or a real wave in it. Other
Yeah.
than that, like I swear to God, the last time I looked, the coaches still did this.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen a fucking coach do that in the last 20 years, right? Like nobody does that. Why are
Yeah.
you showing that? Andy Reid is not charging down the sideline. Why? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't
I
get
see
it.
that Crispin says, I have a buddy who programs the WWE game. Well, tell him that I have a bone to pick with the WWE fucking people.
Yeah.
They fucked LSWA over because they put stupid Shaquille O'Neal in the game, and he has a specific shirt that they took out and then put back in as DLC. So I made 10 guys with that shirt, and they had to delete them all and remake them because of one stupid shirt. Like, get it together, WWE games. What the fuck? Like, come on, man.
Fuck you, Kobe.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess up your game, Tone. My bad.
That's my bad.
It's my bad, Tone. I didn't mean to mess it up.
Chris has got a question for you. How do you feel about the state of WWE shows on Netflix?
It's not good.
I don't know what he's. Okay, there you go.
It's not. The commercial breaks are too long considering it's on Netflix. They shouldn't have long commercial breaks the way they do. I get it. Why? Because of sponsorships, but still, you're on Netflix now. Fuck off. And lately, you know, I praised Triple H a while ago, but as of late, his product hasn't been that good. So it hasn't been since they've gone to Netflix. It's just progressively kind of been on a decline. And while they have some highlights, a lot of it is dog shit. At least I think. I mean, listen, I could be wrong, but you know, wrestling's objective. It's just an opinion. So
there you go.
Yeah, but
there you go.
It is almost 10 o'clock, buddy. So I don't want.
Yes, it is.
Want to do another 5 hours, but if I want to keep you here.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're ending it now. We ran an hour over. I said we weren't doing that. We did it anyway because it's you and me. I can't help it.
Yeah.
So, closing thoughts, my man.
Thank you for always having me on. I appreciate you. I love talking to you. And, you know, whenever you need me, I'm always here to be a part of it. If anybody has anything to do, if you don't have anything to do tonight at 11:30 Eastern Standard, please come over to my channel. I'm going to be driving a truck. I got to get some toys to all the people of Italy. We're driving Euro Truck Simulator tonight, so we're going to have a good time. Even if you go to sleep early and you just want to come and let me lull you to sleep, there'll be some actual music playing in the background. I take requests, so we play music and we have a good time. So please come hang out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It's always a good time.
Do it. Give them a couple of super chats to build us playlist.
We are, yes, we are doing that. We're gonna have some goals. Of course, we'll do the super chat goal that if I reach, I will stay up all night driving the truck. So,
is that always the same amount, or do you change it?
I change it from time to time just to see how psycho these fucks are, to see how long they want to see me up.
They're pretty fucked up. We got some real fucked up fans here. I love them dearly.
Yeah, they really do.
But let's acknowledge how fucked up.
I love you all.
You guys got some real problems.
Yeah. For real.
Right, so that's tonight. What else you got coming up?
That's really it, bud. That's really it. Just LSWA on Sunday mornings at 12. The pre-roll right now is no more. I kind of put it to bed for a while. But Talking Figures is coming back. So I am going to be doing that again. I'm going to reach out to people again and start talking to them one-on-one.
You've got a pretty good list lined up for that too, right? I mean, you've got,
and it's only growing because in the last year, this fucking toy community has completely tripled. You know, so there's a lot more people to talk to. So I'm going to be making my rounds as we go, and we should have a good time. Should be a good time. So that's it. That's all I got. Just like I said, please follow the channel.
Follow him, people. Follow him. He's a good man. Makes good content. He's entertaining.
Yeah.
He dances on command. Good guy. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow night with the translucent one for Figure It Out on his channel. We don't have a fancy topic this week. It's just me and him talking about our experiences, pickups, and toys and stuff like that. Which you've seen some of mine, but we're gonna actually talk about it and get into it a little bit. And then Sunday, a couple of kooks, as long as Dad is physically able to do it. He may be in a recovery coma. I'm not sure. I have not talked to him since I left him. So that's what we've got. So you guys, I always super, super appreciate each and every one of you watching. I love you guys. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your comments, your likes, everything. I can't thank you enough for it. It means the world to me. Thank you, Tony, for jumping on with me again.
Anytime, bud. Anytime.
Always appreciate talking to you. Love you, dude.
Yeah.
So everybody have a great night, and hopefully we see you tomorrow. Okay.